Okay. Gotten a lot better about my intros. It only took me 3 years to finally get myself together a little bit. And I fully expect myself to not have it fully together in the sense of not making mistakes with it as well. But whether you're watching me morning, afternoon, or evening, whether you're lurking or going to watch the VOD over on YouTube when it loads up, I hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. Oh my gosh. I'm forgetting the days this week. It's been a time. But I hope folks are doing well. And hi, Gia. Thank you for writing the lyrics as well as checking in. I appreciate you. Hope folks are doing well and taking care as always. So a couple of announcements in regards to things. Today we will not be doing co-op horror games. So today's plan is actually to do a short stream with some UMAMI. And tomorrow I'll actually be back for some co-op games with some amazing human beings to celebrate birthdays. So I do want to give a shout out to Ty, who is celebrating their birthday flow this weekend. So if you see them or stop by their streams, please go wish them a happy birthday. I will be playing, I think the plan is Repo, Backrooms, and just scary co-op games with friends and folks. And of course, to celebrate all weekend because we love our Sagittarius folks in our lives as well as the people who are super, super cool. So again, if you haven't checked out Ty, they're a really awesome friend of mine on my stream team. Shout out to my fellow pine cones. But they're just a super amazing person that I've had the privilege to get to know this year. And I am definitely honored and privileged to be able to help celebrate their birthday with everybody else this weekend because I'm a big goober about that. I do like to make sure people feel loved and appreciated. So I'll be giving a lot of love as much as possible this weekend. Just give me 1 second, y'all. I gotta fix my... I love how I've been having tech snafus this whole week. It's very fun. But yeah, just to give folks a heads up about that too, I do believe we'll get started closer to around 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow, and we'll just be hanging out and having fun and playing games with friends to celebrate Thai. So that's going to be a lot of fun as always in terms of fun and games. I apologize. I have not posted my schedule. I did say I was going to post middle of the week with some updates. But what I will actually do is just edit it one more time and drop it tonight, if not tomorrow. But the schedule this weekend is, again, we did change today's stream. Tomorrow I'll be kicking it with folks. And then we may be back Monday or Tuesday, not 100% sure. But we're hoping to do some more tactical RPGs because after watching the Game Awards, I really thoroughly enjoyed being able to just like see how much I love RPGs and how much love they get. So we're definitely going to do some more of that hopefully this week with Sea of Stars, finishing Thrones of a Watchmaker, and Final Fantasy Tactics. Whoops, wait. Hold on. Okay, I think we're good. I think that's it for now in terms of announcements. Like I said, I think today's stream is going to be short and sweet. So I'll talk about some stuff since today's stream is going to be just chilling, chatting, and just playing some UMAMI because I'd love to finish the game for you all. Again, shout out to Mermax Games for the opportunity to play it. It's still available on Steam to purchase as well. So if you're interested in checking it out, please feel free to do so. I think it's a really great game to have on your Steam Deck. And hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe it'll come to the Nintendo Switch because as I've been talking with folks, I love puzzle games. And I love having them on a handheld device since I grew up on handheld games. So there's that. But like I said, there'll be more gaming, more fun for co-working, all types of things soon. And just a reminder that my schedule is going to transform in early January, as in I don't think I'll need to take a break or anything. But just a heads up that I will be, welcome back from the ads. And hi, Ella, welcome in. Thank you for the check-in. Huzzah, huzzah. I will be streaming going forward in January, starting right after the new year. So I will be streaming a few more times on this very whenever I can schedule until the last week of December. And then starting in January, I'm going to move towards my new schedule, which will be streaming on Fridays through Mondays. I will no longer stream during the week majority. I'll probably go back to being a weekend streamer because of classes, some of the opportunities that I'm going to be pursuing in 2026. So what that means is that, for example, which I'll talk about as we get closer, I probably will not be streaming Friday, January 2nd or the 9th, for example, because I've got school and orientation and things. But what I will probably do is stream a few times that week, probably like Monday or Wednesday or something. And then my regular schedule will be starting on the what's it call it? Probably the 3rd and the 10th. So the 3rd, 10th, 5th, and 12th and 11 are probably the days I'm targeting to stream right now. But it's a little far ahead, so we'll just have to see what happens. But just know I will be moving starting the week of the 29th of December towards streaming just a few times and then fully moving to my new schedule probably on the 5th of January. So that just means I'll be streaming Friday through Mondays. And if I do pop up, it would be like collabs and when I'm available. But those are the primary days I will be streaming towards the afternoon and evening hours. Hi, Ella. Mrs. C stream. No way. Magic School Bus theme starts play. I appreciate you, Ella, because I grew up on Magic School Bus, so that made me happy to see that. Well, welcome in. But just as a reminder, one, follow all my friends and mutuals who stream respectfully. I hop on the Magic School Bus. Hi, Toko. Welcome in. As always, go follow all my friends and mutuals and things too for streams. They're all amazing human beings. It's awesome. But what was I about to say? My brain isn't off this week for various reasons. Oh, I will be doing hopefully some I'll be doing collabs for the rest of the year, so there's gonna be some fun opportunities to kick with folks. You're so sweet, Takashi. Welcome in. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. I gotta corral more folks who play Marvel Rivales because my controller is missing, so I'm so upset and it broke. So I gotta fix some tech things because this week has been a mess with that. So I'm just like, but it's okay. But welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing all the announcements and then we'll play a little bit of UMAMI before like tonight, which again, I will not be streaming the co-op games. It's just going to be hanging out with friends and stuff. But we will, there will be co-op games tomorrow. So I'm just going to be just chatting and chilling and playing UMAMI today. But just as a heads up in terms of collabs, I will be part of the Twitch Unity guilds, the Twitch Black Guild, Pride Guild, Latino, and Pride, Women's, Latino, and Black Guild are going to be doing a fundraiser for Toys for Tots. I will be participating on the 30th of December. I'm hoping to gather some of my friends after we get through Endwalker to do Pilgrim's Traverse. So it's just going to be fun games and stuff with friends. If we do not do that, I will probably end up doing a horror co-op game so that I will scream to raise funds for kids and organizations because I do that. I don't mind. And I am realizing over time that I will probably end up playing more scary games, which is something that I didn't think would happen. But you know what? Life is funny like that. So we'll see. But that's the goal on the 30th. I also will be just sharing opportunities. I know friends and mutuals are going to be doing like games and fundraisers and co-ops and stuff too, so just know it's gonna be a lot of fun and hilarity. I'll be screaming and crying because I just, the people I love and care about and appreciate in my life, a lot of them love horror games, and so I think I'm slowly being indoctrinated to not be as scared about them anymore, which is very interesting for me because usually I'm the one panicking and now I'm kind of like, so just know I'm never gonna, I don't know if I'll ever really be okay with horror games, but I'm getting used to them, so I'm just like, shit, that's something I didn't expect. I don't know, maybe it's because the horrors of life. I don't know. Let's get a squad and square up into rivals and know you're sweet. Yeah, that's, again, I'm doing more chatting and chilling. Like I said, this stream is going to be chill for today until getting ready for games with friends off stream later this evening for birthdays and stuff. Which, by the way, another friend has a birthday this weekend. I don't know if they're here or not, but if you see Ginky, around the internet. Please wish them a happy birthday. Their birthday is also this weekend too. They're turning the big 3-0. So we've got some stuff planned for Ginky this weekend as well. So I have so many people I know in my community and friends who are born at the end of the year and everything. And are y'all trying to make me play Dead by Daylight? And Toko, you've been here for 20 streams? Holy crap. Hello for 3. Y'all are so sweet. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that. For folks who like show up and watch me be a complete goober half the day. And for all the check-ins and stuff. I love how 2 people suggested Dead by Daylight. Okay, hear me out. That's my go-to. Be fun, do Poppy and Ella teach, see how to do. So y'all are planning these things. I thought it was yesterday since the event thing's at the 12th, so I thought I missed it. No worries. And that's on me because, like, again, I have been screwing up my schedule and I've been dealing with some stuff behind the scenes where my brain is not letting me process stuff. So sometimes because of that, I miss dates and just misremember things, which is why I have to write stuff down. So that's on me. But you didn't miss anything. I did not stream yesterday. I was dealing with tech snafus and like everyone else, I was watching the Game Awards. Which, don't look at the YouTube comments whenever you watch like Game Award stuff. It's very not nice. People are very interesting, especially because I'm a TTRPG and RPG girly, and people are very much being on some stuff about Expedition 33 and Final Fantasy Tactics too. People do not like turn-based RPGs. That's generally the rule of thumb I've learned on the internet lately, is that people do not like turn-based RPGs. But Dead by Daylight? Y'all want to play Dead by Daylight? Is that what y'all have been trying to get me to eventually do along with Repo and Backrooms and all these games y'all have suggested is Dead by Daylight? Is that the ultimate goal? Oh my god. Sees horror error. You know what? I see how it is. I see what's going on here. There's a conspiracy plot. Nah, I'm kidding. I've accepted this is eventually going to happen. I think this is just what's going to be the case for me. So, but yes, all this to say, recap. Again, I'm going all over the world. I will be streaming co-op games tomorrow. We're going to play UMAMI today. It's going to be chat and chill and everything until folks are ready. So if you want to see me scream and holler, for games tomorrow, that's great. I might be back Monday and Tuesday. I'm not sure right now. If I do, it'll probably be co-working and everything. Hi, BB. Welcome in. It's lovely to see you. Actually, BB, you need something by your name. Give me 1 second to fix this. Give me 1 second to fix this for me and my... I don't know how to use the dashboard, y'all. I'm kidding. I know how to use Switch things. I'm slowly researching stuff. But welcome in. I don't have to, but I want to, BB. You know how this goes with me. I think people know this by now. And of course, like, I don't expect people, obviously, to do anything in return, but I do want to give you that next to your name. So, it's all good. But welcome in. Are you going to get to... Yes, I do plan to finish by Sweet Carol. I am not good about horror games, so I have been telling people that I appreciate and love and really, you know, are my people, that I will be snatching them to play some of these games because I genuinely can't handle them on my own. And like, I'm gonna say this. I might go back to Liza P because I genuinely want to finish that game because there's a sequel coming out and I love the aesthetics of it. But that's a Dark Souls-like game and I'm just like, shit. So, don't be surprised if that's on the docket. But anyway, all this to say, I'll drop my schedule. There's going to be birthday fun this weekend. I'll have more free time after December 15th. Yeah, no worries, BB. I know you've been like handling stuff and everything with shop and care. So we'll definitely have our magical girlfriend time. For sure, for sure. Like, do not worry. I know it's like the end of the year too, where people are either working really hard to kind of close stuff out or they're getting ready for 2026 already. So I'm totally okay. It's totally good. But I definitely think that'll be the case. I'm going to actually go ahead and move us towards UMAMI, and then I'll keep doing some announcements because I have a big one. I have a big one that I'll also talk about too Yeah, there's so many people who have birthdays in December, like for real, for real. Just give me 1 second to turn down the music a bit. Um, yeah, BB, I know your birthday's coming up too, and I know you're gonna have a Christmas stream too, so which I think is really cool. All right. Yup. Just give me 1 second, and I'll read the chat. Yeah, Toko. Like, I know people who are a lot of Sagittarius and Capricorn people. Something about spring makes people right, Ella. You know, I wonder what it is that all these people are born at the end of the year / September to like December, versus my parents were just like, I wasn't. So for context, I was not planned, and my parents thought I would be a guy. Now, of course, you know, gender changes throughout our life course, but they thought I was supposed to be a boy, and then they were like, "Oh, it's a girl," and I'm like, "Yeah, hello." Wait, Takashi, you're born in the spring too. Also, a lot of June and July babies. Yeah, most people I know, I think most of the people that I'm close with are Earth sign people and fire sign folks, which is so funny to me. I don't think that's a coincidence. I just think it's kind of funny how life works like that. But Takashi, that's what's up in terms of spring, baby. Yeah, I'm born in April. I'm excited for my birthday this year because a lot of cool stuff is coming out near my birthday. So I'm super super excited. Just give me 1 second. Let me pull up UMAMI. That's the wrong thing. I've been on Goof Troop hours this entire week. It's okay though. It's just a part of life. Sometimes you're just on Goof Troop hours, and I've been on Goof Troop hours all week. Wait, Ginky. Yes, Takashi, I was born in April. You're born in April too, like me and Paz. Oh my god, I'm collecting more Aries. Uh, Again, as I shouted out in the chat, if you see Ginky anywhere, including my chat, you should say happy birthday because Ginky's turning 30 years old. They're one of my mods, and they're also one of the coolest people I know in the streaming space. So, just to say, you know, shout out to the birthday friend. Hey, shout out to the birthday friend. Bow. Shout out to the birthday friend. Hey, shout out to the birthday friend. Let's go. But happy birthday, Ginky. I'm hoping that you are being loved and appreciated on. I've been seeing the updates, of course, and everything, but I'm so excited that you exist. So thank you for being who you are, and y'all should go follow Ginky, run them your coin. Just appreciate them. They're super cool. They're one of the friends I really do appreciate in the streamer space. I play Final Fantasy 14 with them. They're just an awesome person. So give them all your love and affection. I'm just saying, we love a birthday flow. But yeah, Genki, I gave you a shout out earlier, and you came at perfect timing. I know Mia because, yo girl is spoiling you right now. She got me the big ass hard copy of History of JRPGs and have been showing me the different games I ain't heard before. Hyperfixation. Let's go! I love when people have partners that spoil them, and I think that's awesome too. Yeah, the book looks really, really cool. So I'm glad your girlfriend / partner got you something really, really sweet. That's super cool. Yeah. And of course, like, people should celebrate their birthdays and whatever feels comfortable for them and everything. I think that's really, really sweet. So I'm happy that, like, you got something that really means a lot to you. Because for those of you who don't know, like, I'm a big fan of RPGs and such. So me and Ginky as friends have, like, really bonded over that, especially with all my other friends and stuff, too. And, I'm just adjusting the sound really quick. Let me know if it's too low. Again, today's stream is meant to be short and just a, like, I guess like have like short I guess a short like gaming stream just to chat and chill and catch up. Oh, we gotta do this one, right? Because wait, did it not save from last time? Oh no. Oh wait, it did. Okay, cool. I was gonna be like, my puzzle was destroyed. Your birthday's the 28th of April? Nice. My birthday's April 12th. So that's what's up. Yay. I got what I needed. That's what's up. Yeah, I am born April 12th. I have my birthday, if it helps people remember. I know sometimes I was like, people. Like, the thing about it is, like, I'm really good at memorizing people's birthdays and doing stuff. And then when my friends are, like, spoiling me, I just burst out in tears, like people did to me this year. When they got me a birthday card and signed it, I was literally in tears playing Repo. And I'm like, I'm going to get y'all. But that's what's up. I will remember that. I am here for my fellow Aries. But yeah, most of the people I know have birthdays. Because for example, my immediate family, my siblings have birthdays in August, September. And then my parents are the end of the year. So I'm the weird one who is the spring birthday. I also know people don't have subbed. So if you aren't subbed, I'm just going to like just stare at this puzzle for a second to get reacclimated again. I wanted to draw something for you, but I never finished. I can always send. Wait, what do you mean, Toko? Please don't make me cry. My threshold is so low for like when people are affectionate towards me. I just fold so easily. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be fine. Whatever you want to do, Toko. That's so sweet of you, though. I love art. Like, if you get me art or something like creative that genuinely makes me smile. Because like, how do I describe this? Like, I'm somebody who pays attention to details as much as possible. But when it comes to people paying attention to details about me, it genuinely makes me cry. Because I don't. It just sounds bad, but I don't think people are paying attention to me. To be honest, like I'm kind of in my own little world sometimes. So when people do stuff for me, it genuinely shocks me because I'm like, huh? You don't have to do that, but then they do it, and I'm just like, oh, why would you do that? But no, whatever you want to do, Toko. In all seriousness, I'm happy to see a work in progress, but respectfully, if you like want to save it, I totally get it. And welcome back from the ads. I'm still staring at this puzzle a little bit to get my bearings in terms of things. Because I'm glad UMAMI has it to where you can save things. But this weekend has actually been really lit too. I think I mentioned this maybe a few times before, but I'm also part of a black nerd group. I've been in it for. I'm having a pain day, so I'm staying in bed. Oh, I'm sorry, BB. It was nice to see you in terms of your face yesterday, but I'm sorry you're not feeling well. That sucks. Yeah, I'm not 100% today. Today is another like chill day, and everything. So I'm glad you're just taking care of yourself. Because if I'm not feeling good, I try to do really chill things or just kind of like rest. So I think this weekend is just meant to be like a rest and chill weekend, along with like making sure my friends feel loved and appreciated for their birthdays respectfully. I only didn't finish because the outfit I wanted to do is very detailed. I didn't want to simply just give up. Don't worry, I will draw you a better one since my art has gotten better. No worries. I think that's the thought that counts. So thank you so much for the art, Toko. Like when Honey made me art for my VTuber, I still have it, as well as when I got gift art from Janae. It's like my background for my blue sky. Because Janae was one of the first VTubers that I met who I really bonded with. And she and I got gift art. She got us like in pajamas, like a sleepover outfit. And she has me in a bonnet. And I think it's just super cute. And if you don't already follow Janae, you should follow Janae. They haven't been streaming for a while, but I miss and adore them. They are one of the sweetest people I've ever met, and I genuinely appreciate them. Art is always awesome. Yes. Oh yeah, like BB should know that BB's getting things. So is Toko and everybody else who's born this time of the year. Like I'm that type of person where once I know your birthday, it's kind of over. Well, not over, but it's more like I'm gonna probably run something to give you something. That's just how my brain works. So, let me make sure I just get the spelling right. Because I think for me, as much as I like know people are like it's fine, I actually really do like celebrating millstones and people as much as possible. This might be sad person hours, but because I've lost people in my life, like they're no longer alive and stuff, as I've gotten older, because I experienced that so young, I try to celebrate people while they're here, and I try to be as honest about that, about how much I appreciate people. So birthdays do mean a lot to me. Oh, Toko, thank you for sharing the art. It's so pretty. I won't share it on stream if you're not comfortable with the work and progress being shared, but I want to say this is super sweet. I love the pose and everything. I feel like you know how to capture my personality too. But I'd love to share it on stream if you don't mind. But if not, I'm happy to just have it in my DMs to know like this piece was being made. Yeah, you can since I dropped it. Perfect. Let me do that actually. Thank you so much for consent, Toko. Oh yeah, I believe in giving people their flowers while they're alive. Yeah, I do too. Um, for me, I've had really bad birthdays, so I try not to like have people have really crappy birthdays because I know how it feels when like people don't appreciate you. So I guess it's my thing of like whatever I don't get, I try to give it to other people, which sounds like, I don't know if that sounds weird, but that's just the kind of person I am. I don't know why. I don't have to do people the way that people have done me. That's just kind of my philosophy in life. I don't have to be the way some people are. Let me give a shout out to Janae. I'm just trying to make sure. Yeah, there we go. Janae is on a hiatus, but you should check out them. They're super cool. They're also part of Brown Girl Gamer Code. They're the reason why I actually got into Brown Girl Gamer Code, and they are just a super awesome streamer that I've had the privilege to know. So, yeah, my Christmas and birthdays have been bad, so I'm trying to make them better, which is why BBU will be spoiled by friends. So I'm just saying that's happening. That's all. Like I know some people are like, I don't have to. I'm like, yeah, but I am. So that's just how that goes. All right, let me pull up Toko's art and then we'll get to doing some puzzles. I'll do maybe like one or two. We might have time, but again, if we don't, it's okay. There's no rush. We will get through all of UMAMI. Let me just save it. But yeah, we making your time special, BB. You see, no, I'm not good with people I'm gonna cry again, probably. I'm probably gonna cry again because I didn't stream for my birthday this past year. To be honest with you, some really crappy things happened around my birthday, so I just didn't want to. I did stream that week, but some stuff did happen that I was like, let me just have something for myself. So I think I did some birthday things, if I remember correctly, later in the month. But I think this year I might actually do something on my birthday. We'll see though. Because my birthday is on a Sunday? Oh. Law. Maybe I'll do something that Friday. We'll see. Maybe I will stream on my birthday this year. I don't really know. Cry. We need more tears in the sea mugs. I'm genuinely laughing my butt off because like I have to like get. I'm gonna have to like get something, a emote made just because of the shenanigans. That is what is it? Me and my ability to cry. Let me think. I just saved it. Yeah, okay. Sorry. I am. There we go. Okay, and then if we do that, I'm thinking. Right, there we go. All right, let me. Actually, just let me make it big. We'll do it that way. I'm still learning how to be a streamer, y'all. I promise. I'm only in year 3. We'll figure it out soon. All right. I'm gonna show Toko's art. Yeah. So Toko was drawing my my techwear outfit. So this is really well done. I love the pose and the lighting, of course, the hair. Me and my like very big lion's mane hair. I have to wash my hair sometime soon because my hair grows really fast, so I have to like be mindful. And I'm in this very much, I don't want to call it Jerry curl moment, but I've noticed I've been wearing my hair a lot curlier lately. So, not that I ever like didn't. My hair is naturally coily if folks don't know. And I usually keep my hair down to my butt now. I am like my grandma officially, where she wears her hair up in a bun or a ponytail and then or lets it just fall down her back. That's just what I do. But I do need to like do my treatments and stuff. I'm just tired, and it usually it's like a it's not as long anymore in the sense of like it doesn't take me as long to do my hair care routine, but it's still a chore and I have to like think about it. But black woman problems. But no, this is really well done. I love the pose, and I really do appreciate seeing people's like work in progress art and everything. It was gonna be full body, but I'm not good with clothes in different angles. No worries, Toko. I see the vision. It's really good. I do love seeing people's like art, and as you are saying, I think your art style is really really cute and really good, and it's been really awesome to see, like especially when we co-working and stuff. Um, been able to like see your art style change and evolve over time, along with like Honey and everybody else I know who draws regularly too. So it looks great. So as always, y'all, if you don't follow Toko, they do some really great art. Really great streamer, really great person. So thank you for this, Toko. This made my day. I do appreciate getting art from people, so I love seeing it. Yeah. Plus, yeah, no, we love our artists here. That's just how that goes in my brain. But yeah, no, I think this is great. I think you did awesome. So I look forward to any and all art, and if I can compensate anyway, please let me know. Even if it's a gift, I would like to, or to be able to. Yeah. All right. I will shuffle. I will shuffle back to the games. But thank you, Tokos. I will save it because I've saved it on my PC because I like art. So when friends give me art, I'm like, yeah, I save it. Yeah. And in all seriousness, I've seen Toko streams. Art streams are fun. And Toko, your husband still I think I saw your husband in the stream the last time I was there. I was like, oh, y'all are adorable. Thank you for the shoujo, by the way, Toko. That's like a light one, but thank you for the shoujo. I was lurking. Let me stop being goofy. All right, I think I have this puzzle back in my mind's eye. I think what tripped me up the last time was the honeycomb in the back. Hi, Sam. Welcome in. Hi, he's always in my stream as much as possible. Yeah, I think it was the first time I'd actually seen him actually post. So, but Sam, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Lovely to see you. I'm currently playing some UMAMI and just chatting and chilling. We're just doing some stuff before game fun happens off stream for birthday flows. We've got a lot of really cool people that I know in my life who are having birthdays this weekend. So I will be streaming tomorrow for co-op games, but today it's going to be just chilling. As I also know that we're going to be a lot of yelling because whenever I play Repo in other games, it's always me like losing my voice yelling. You're being goofy. We love it. I appreciate that. And yes, I'm also here for people being goofy in themselves. So, but what I was seeing earlier, is that this weekend is also my Secret Santa for the Black Nerd group I'm in. So for the past 6 years, I've been in a Black Nerd group where they do a Secret Santa every year, where essentially we all sign up to give each other gifts. We sign up by a certain amount, and then we usually give some details and such too. And then we do a big like video reveal because it's an international group of folks all over the world in a thread online. And I just was able to open my gifts. I got to post them for my Santa. And hi, Ty. Welcome in. And as always, as I said earlier, please go give Ty and Kiki a lot of love. It's their birthdays this weekend, and we love our Black folks around here. And as I said, shout out to the birthday friend Bow. Shout out to the birthday friend E. Shout out to the birthday friends Bow. Shout out to the birthday friends. Yes. Welcome in, y'all. And as always, as I gave a shout out earlier, please go check out Ty and Kinky. You'll have a great time. We love our Black folks, yes, in terms of the phrases people say, we love being Black. Ow. We love being Black. Yes. But welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Like I said, I'm just like doing a little bit of gaming and stuff, giving you as plenty of time that you need, Ty, until you wanna, game and everything. So just know, take your time. There is no rush. I'm here for you and whatever you want to do. So I'm just puzzling. I just lost my. I've been moving things around. But yeah, I'm just talking about the fact that I'm in a Black nerd group and we do Secret Santa every year. I just got my Secret Santa. I just recorded the video because what I do for my Secret Santa is I usually give them a wish list, and then I usually record a video of me opening my gifts and then saying thank you. So I'll show y'all for tomorrow's stream before we get going with the co-op games for Ty's birthday. But I got more pins. You know how I've been talking about getting pins all year, and then I was saying I was going to go and then I end up not going. I got pins for Christmas for my Secret Santa, and someone got me the movie Belle, the special edition that I've been wanting for a very long time, because one of my favorite movies of all time is Belle, from like not Beauty and the Beast Disney, but Belle by Mamoru Hosoda. I said that in Mamoru Hosoda. I think I said that weird for a second. Sorry. And if you don't know who Mamoru Hosoda is and Studio Chusa, they are the creators of Wolf Children and Summer Wars. And Summer Wars is my other like favorite animated movie. I do want to get a copy of Summer Wars on DVD, but essentially my Secret Santa got me the special edition of the making of it, a conversation with the director, the music, finding the voice of Belle, and it also has a 60-page book. I'm assuming an art book because I need to open this, and the DVD set. So I'm really excited to have a copy finally because I really, really love animated movies. Like The Boy and the Beast, Summer Wars, Belle, and a few other movies are some of my favorites of all time. So I'm really into that, as well as I realize, which is going to lead into my big announcement today. I really love music and animation, so I'm a big, big fan of those things. But that leads into my next announcement in terms of vinyls. I'm gonna say this, and this will be saved on the VOD, and I know my Pinecone friends and some of my dear community and people I love and like and appreciate know this already, but your girl is going to be DJing, so hear me out. Anybody who knows me knows that a big part of the reason why my VTuber has music shaped earrings and also music. My VTuber has music notes in their eyes. It's a very minute detail that I don't think many people noticed, but it's something that was very intentional with my design. I really, really love music. Anybody who knows me, shout out to Ginky and everybody who does. Like, I love music. People who love music are my people. That's kind of the thing that I've thoroughly appreciated about life, is being able to have ears to listen to music. I've been to like the Kingdom Hearts Orchestra concert. Hey, let's go 3 stream streak. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all are super sweet as always. But music means a lot to me. It's something that I often use not only to cope with life. So when I'm going through stuff, I just listen to music or I'll journal. River dance music, real good. I'm crying Azer. Welcome in. It's lovely to see you, friend. As always, y'all should go check out Azer. They're a super dope friend and mutual that I've gotten the privilege to meet and know, and they're also part of my FC and free company. And they also play Marble Rivales, so another great human you can follow for some great times. But welcome in. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing a short UMAMI stream before I hobble off and game off stream with friends. So hope you're doing well. Okay, so I'm for those of you who don't have a sub, I will repeat this for those who don't have a sub. But I realized this year with all the but of course you are. I mean, I appreciate you, Azer. Y'all snatching me every 3 to 5 business seconds. Me and my goof troop hours. But I realized this year I am pivoting a lot in life. There's some things that no longer resonate with who I am anymore. And not to say that like I'm not who the same person, but it's like I've been saying this past stream, or like your late 20s, early 30s, you go through so much change, and it's really strange, also really weird, but really liberating. And one of the things I realized when I always say I'm an artsy scientist is that the older I've gotten, the more I really got to do art stuff. I really do have to do things that are also very artistic. I've done that for a lot of my life, hobby wise. And welcome back from the ads. I'm just talking about this impetus of making music and stuff. I've done a lot of things that I've appreciated in some aspects of my life, but there's some things that I think I have held off for a lot of different reasons. Maybe because I overthink too much, and I will talk myself out of doing something, be like, I need to do it this time, or this is not time for this, and yada yada, whatever my brain is working with. So the impetus is that I know I want to do professional makeup classes, which shout out to the coursework and the professors and the people out there who do that type of thing. I found some really great schools that I'm really excited for, and because I try to be fiscally responsible, I can actually do it in a way that I won't hurt my feelings, particularly with like going back to school and everything. But there's a lot of like advanced makeup classes and stuff, so I'm really, really excited to be able to do it professionally, particularly to like do people of all skin tones, all genders, and just make people feel loved and appreciated. Because like I always say on stream, you do not need to wear makeup. It is a tool that you can use for self-expression, but there are rules, but you don't have to follow them. Do whatever makes you feel good about yourself. But along with makeup and nail art, because I love doing nails, I realized a part of me wants to try to remix music. So, to answer your question, Toko, yes and no. I've talked some details with some people, and there's somebody who I will specifically be working with in Peoples to design stuff. But what's going to end up happening is that it's going to be a project. It's going to take a while. But I am hoping to do stuff on stream to remix music and just have fun and see what happens. My first foray into that was figuring out rhythm by doing mashups. Yeah. Because I noticed with some of the games I do play, I actually end up just mashing up music like you. And I think, Ginky, when we were playing Fortnite, months ago? Was it like a month or so ago? When you were remixing, like, Daft Punk, I don't know why that moment stuck out for me, but I was like, shit, I really like doing that. And I noticed when, like, yeah, the Daft Punk remixes and the Daft Punk experience. And for those of you who don't know, Fortnite has the Daft Punk experience where you can go in, you can play some games, like there's an FPS shooter game that's really cool that plays the Daft Punk, but you can actually go into Fortnite and remix all of the albums for Daft Punk. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a huge Daft Punk fan. Like, they're one of my favorite bands of all time. I want their vinyls. I want merch. I know they're disbanded, but they're one of my favorite groups of all time. I love them so much. You play Fortnite on occasion? I do. I'm not a big Fortnite player. I mainly only jump on there for the festival mode and legitimately to go into the Daft Punk experience and just remix music. But because of that moment, and because music has been the one consistent thing that genuinely, honestly, has saved my life a lot of the times. Like, when I'm going through, like, really dark moments in life, it's been music that has really kept me going. Just listening to music and just either crying or just processing, or just, like, when I need a mood lift, like, I love sound. So all this to say, I did want to announce it on stream to make myself accountable. I'm not going to promise that it's going to be something to where, you know, I don't know what's going to happen, but I think I'm at the point in my life where I'm just willing to try things in a different way and experiment and give myself the ability to do stuff creatively that I don't think I would have given myself the chance 2 years ago, because I think I got way too caught up being in environments that wouldn't let me experiment. So I did want to announce that because obviously y'all should know I have multiple VTuber outfits. That's not a secret. I know some people I trust and appreciate have seen some of the ones I have coming out next year, and I still have other models I want to make and like assets. But yes, that means that the techware part of me is being fleshed out, especially pixel assets, because I'm still a pixel gamer, y'all. That's always gonna be my first love is pixel games, which is why I'm a pixel VTuber. But yeah, I just wanna spin the disc. It's something that, like, when I was younger, when I was actually a kid, one of my first careers that I did want to do before I decided to be a scientist was actually be a DJ. I wanted to make music. Because I pulled the cliche John Lennon of, what do you want to be when you grow up? And my brain was like, I just want to make people happy and make their lives easier. It's probably why I'm in public health. But now I can do both. Exactly. Like, now I can do both, which is why a lot of the stuff I do is a love of, like, people and a love for self. It's like my extension. So the Daft Punk said, yes, sure. That's Starboy. Yeah, Starboy and Voyager, what you did, Ginky, was so dope. So usually what I do is I try to, when I go in the Daft Punk experience, I notice I've been remixing One More Time with a lot of the tracks that Pharrell's on. And I know that along with some of the music, I think I found some songs I've listened to this year that I'd love to master mix across, like, different genres. So it'd be like electronica and, like, you know, Humble. Like, I saw, like, Azra, I think you were the one who showed me the Humble remix with K-pop Demon Hunters. But stuff like that I'd want to do. I think it'd be fun. Obviously, I'm going to take it slow. I'm not going to do anything too wild. But I thought it would be a lot of fun. So I think if I do that, I think I'm going to be happy just kind of exploring this and having fun. And I've spun the disc for people. Like, I know Mick talked about it before, where sometimes when I'm spending time with friends, I will spin the music when we're hanging out, as in, like, I'll just let my playlist go and stuff, and I'll play music, and I actually really enjoy it. I know my taste very itch is like a Kingdom Hearts sounding, like, track of music, because I love Kingdom Hearts and, like, progressive, uplifting trance and house music. But I think I really want to see how I can go into this. So mashups are a good way to figure out your DJ sound. Exactly. Blending into different songs correctly is a talent to learn. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I mean, I know it reminds me when I was a kid, I did have an opportunity to learn how to DJ at my school, and I didn't take it. But I feel like there's been moments in my life where there's been, like, little things that I'll see out in the world or music or something, and I'll be like, why does this keep coming up for me? Because that's what happened with makeup for me. Like, I kept seeing really cool makeup artist stuff, brushes, and I was like, why do I keep seeing stuff like this? Like, this looks cool. Like, maybe I want to do it. And then, yeah, now I'm a makeup artist. Life is funny. Like, the thing about me is, like, my life has been very much like, it's not shit that will be stuff I figure out. It'll be stuff that'll smack me in the face subtly until I feel like the universe is like, hey, you should do this thing. And I'm like, okay. And then I do the thing, and now I'm here. Because that's what I told y'all. Like, me being a scientist was a complete accident. It was a complete accident. So people were like, follow your dreams. I'm like, mine's like follow impulses and just follow what my heart wants me to do, I guess. Which is why I say the cliche thing, may your heart be your guiding key, because I genuinely am Kingdom Hearts coded. I swear to God. It's not intentional. But yeah. But yeah, I start school in January, and then I'm also starting makeup classes probably January, February. Hopefully I'll be certified pretty soon. And I don't really plan to charge friends. I'll just be like, hey, if you need your makeup done, just call me. I don't mind. Give me time to practice. So, plus I got new pins and stuff, like pins to stop my pillow for lace work, and I bought a Masako Aoki book. For those who don't know, that's another, like, really prominent Lolita fashionista who actually made an art, like a sewing book to make dresses and stuff. So I think I finally have all the things I'm finna have fun hobby-wise and stuff to be a goober with, along with going to classes and kidnapping people to do things. Because I am a small who has no chill. I don't has no chill. I'm definitely in my soft girl era though. I think I resonate with Meg Thee Stallion a lot, where she kind of, as I've said all year, she's at a point in her life where she's just tired of like fighting and tired of like not having what she deserves. So I'm just at the point in my life where I'm just trying to be very soft with myself. I've been through a lot of like I've been through a lot of stuff, and I'm only 32. So I'm still very young, and I'm just kind of like I just want to be soft. And it's not that I'm not a big old softy. You can tell most of my friends or most of the people who know me know I'm a big old softy. But I think I'm at the point where like I can be a paladin, but I think I want to be a paladin who's just really soft. So I think it's like my Tanjiro era if I had to put an anime character to it. Cause I love shoujo. I love love. I want to learn how to bake and just do stuff. And I know I can take care of myself, but I'm like I just want to be soft. The world's already kind of wild as it is. So I just, I'm not trying to cause any harm. And nah, you deserve to be in your soft gear. You've done so much for someone so young. I appreciate that, Takashi. Yeah. Cause I know the big thing with me is that like I can be really hard on myself, and then I also know that I spend a lot of time thinking on things, and then as soon as I feel confident enough to do something, I'll do it. Which is why I appreciate the people in my life who really encourage me and let me just be a person, because it helps me process like, okay, I actually can do this thing. As much as I have a lot of confidence and I have a lot of self-worth, like it's very... Hi, Common. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. It's lovely to see you. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are super kind. And that's why I said when I was giving my thank yous to everybody who was on that stream where I started crying about how much I appreciate community and stuff, because I'm probably going to cry again because I don't have any chill. I think it's because of y'all being so encouraging and genuinely just being here and hearing me talk. I realized that, again, these subtle hints that have been popping up have also been popping up on stream. Like, I remember, I think I said it during the Infinity Nikki stream when I did the beta test. I was like, I really love these outfits in this game. I'd love to make dresses. And now look a year later. And because of y'all, for those of you who are here for those streams, the I believe in you in the chat is going to make me cry. Y'all are so sweet. But I remember saying to myself during that stream, I was like, I'd love to make Lolita dresses. They're so pretty. And then guess what happened a year later? The books I needed kind of showed up. So I was just like, wow. So all just to say, my PSA is just, you got to let yourself bloom when you're ready. And sometimes stuff will stare you right in the face and you'll miss it. And that's the thing my friends make fun of me a lot. They're just like, see, how did you not see this entire time? And I'm like, I don't know. Don't bite me. I'm not paying attention sometimes. Yes, I can't wait to see your dope work. Yeah, actually, I'm trying to get another camera because the DJ stuff will be separate, probably in a separate channel. But the sewing stuff will actually probably still be on here, just like the Lay's streams. I just have to get a better camera to start like showing, like the things I'll make. Right now, I think I'm going to sew a petticoat. I've been talking about it forever. I think I'm going to sew a petticoat and some harem pants or gaucho pants, I think they're called. Because I usually, for like a lot of dance, I usually switch between like hoodies and lounge clothes and like really pretty like tech wear and like dresses. I don't have an in-between. It's kind of my fashion. And then my big thing is like to always be dolled up to the nines, like lashes, hair, makeup. So I feel like big hair, matte lipstick, eyeshadow, big lashes, looking like a doll, and then either being in lounge clothes or being in like dresses is kind of my vibe. I forgot about tell me when that happens for a yeah. What I'll do is for now I will just set up some of the things with it. It will be a separate channel because with the DJ stuff it's a little complicated. But I will be setting it up. I will be in my VTuber form. It just won't be exactly like this. So you'll see what I mean when I flesh out some more of the details. Some folks already know, but I'm going to keep it a little bit secrets for now. Hee. So they're just going to be hearing me yell as I like figure out tech stuff again. But obviously, I don't want to stretch myself too thin. I have a lot of hobbies and stuff, and I don't do everything 50,000 times, but it's just one of those things. Oh, it's supposed to go there. I was like, huh? Where's that supposed to go? But yeah, I'm really excited, though. I am hopeful. I did have to grieve a little bit this year, which is something that I've had to do by myself a little bit, is like process some of the stuff that's been happening to me. It's very bittersweet because I think it's one of those things where like I'm very proud of where I've come from and what I've done. But it's that thing where you have to get used to the new normal that you're in, and it's very sad. And some of the things that did change up, I was not expecting. So I think my brain finally let myself just kind of process like we made it, but also please remember to cry about some of the stuff that was out of your control. So I let myself grieve a little bit. Finally, not that I wasn't going to, but sometimes in life you just kind of have to let yourself get to the next like window of where you're going and be with your community to really just see like, wow, we're here. But also this is really bittersweet. So, but I'm okay. It's just one of those things that's a part of life. And I've been through a lot of chaos for a long time, so it's not a bad thing. It's just I'm just a big old softie, and usually like the people who really know me or are getting close to me should know that I'm very much a softie. So if I'm being soft with you, you should know I do genuinely trust you. So okay, I go Korean barbecue now. Bye. No worries. Happy birthday again, Ginky. I know you know, shenanigans are gonna happen and everything too, but please enjoy Cake BBQ. That's awesome that you're gonna get some dope food as you deserve. And like I said, y'all, if you don't already follow Ginky, please do. And if you, again, see them around, whether it's in my streams or in other places, please wish them a happy birthday. So, yeah, please live it up. And like I said, shout out to the birthday friend. Bow. Shout out to the birthday friend. Yow! Let's go. Oh, I said it. Thank you. Almost 50 times. I know we're in an ad, but you're not missing much. I want this piece to go here, and I know it doesn't, but my brain's like, why won't you fit there? It's fine. Okay. There's like mini pancakes at the top. Okay. I love how I said that and immediately got this. Here? No. Oh, and if people are wondering my thoughts on the Game Awards, I thought it was pretty decent this year. I had no real issues. There was, well, I can't say I didn't have any real issues. There are some things that I think. Okay, so this is my thing. So for context, I'm seasoned, and what I mean by seasoned is like I did not realize that Jeff, who's the host of the Game Awards, is from Spike TV. And for those of you who are really seasoned, I don't know if you remember G4 Tech TV, but I remember watching the game reviews and shows on that page. So if you don't know what Spike TV is, welcome back from the ads. I'm talking about the Game Awards and Jeff, and the fact that I forgot about Jeff, and then I didn't realize who he was until my brain, after talking with folks, was like, oh shit, this is Jeff from Spike TV. And so for those of you who are video game nerds like me, I've been a gamer most of my life. Well, all of my life, actually. Let me not say most of my life. I started gaming when I was 4. I'm in my 30s. So there used to be on Spike TV video game review shows. There was a co-host named Morgan and another dude. And Jeff was on that channel. He was on Spike TV, and he did a lot of game reviews and things like that. And I remember G4 Tech TV was where I would watch, along with getting Nintendo Magazine, a lot of like game information because, you know, I was a nerd. So I like to get resources about where to get video games, and I would be on the forums and stuff talking about games and everything. And like I've been talking about with friends a lot this year. You know, back in the day, they didn't have like the level of hype they have for games. Like games have come a long way in terms of marketing and things. So I didn't realize Jeff was the dude who did the Dorito ad thing that was really controversial, as well as was like on Spike TV for those game reward shows before he split off when Spike TV and those things went under and made the Game Awards. I did not know that. So when I was thinking about it, like over the last like 24 hours, I was like, oh my God, I'm seasoned enough to remember when you were, because how old is Jeff, who's over the Game Awards? He has to be in his 40s then. Because if I'm in my 30s and G4 Tech TV, yeah, he's in his 40s, I figured. Because, like, I started watching that stuff, I remember when I was in high school. So he has to be either 10 years older than me, which is about, like, 15 years older than me. But the point of the matter that I'm trying to say is that I didn't realize that was him. I don't know why my brain, like, deleted that memory, but that was him who was doing game stuff. I was like, holy fuck, I'm seasoned. But I didn't realize that because I was like, I don't know why my brain forgot he was on that channel. Because I used to watch that. I don't remember exactly when it came on, but I remember Spike TV used to do a lot of really cool game stuff. It was like one of the only places, along with like Cartoon Network and maybe Disney's ABC, where they would talk about video game commercials. Because when Kingdom Hearts came out originally, I found out about that game by do commercials and going to Blockbuster. But that was the only other place I would see game stuff. So I would watch Spike TV and catch like the video game reviews. And that's how I remember like the old games from PlayStation and Dreamcast and all the stuff would be in those magazines or those shows. Not necessarily on Spike TV. I think that was more PlayStation. So, hi, Dai. Welcome in. Shout out to Toku Tabletop. Let's goody. And y'all should go follow Toku. If you ever want to watch me and my Kamen Rider friends and comrades do our games Saturdays and Sundays, please feel free to do so. Like I said, Valor Rangers is on hiatus, but we'll be back in mid-January along with like everybody else. But yeah. How's everyone doing? We're doing good. I am just chilling and doing a very short stream of UMAMI before I go play some games to celebrate birthdays, and then I probably will pop on Rivals since my controller was busted and I had to fix it, and I'm gonna get another replacement one because I couldn't find mine, and the one that I had in my house, the R1 trigger was broken. So I was like, all my controllers are missing or broken. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening, along with Twitch being rude. So, other than that, I can't complain. Yeah. Dai, the ones you were talking about, though, I appreciate in terms of recommendations. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll probably find the one, and I'll probably get that replacement one soon. So, I'll be able to do stuff soon enough this weekend / into next week. So, no worries. I appreciate you, though. But I hope you're doing well, Di. I hope you're taking care. I remember G4 would have Block of Time, where there was music. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying, Common. Like, I'm seasoned. Because I don't think people remember G4 Tech TV at all. That's a very niche-ass thing. And I'm just like, fuck. That's what I mean. We're like a nerd. Like, I would watch cartoons and anime, but I would also watch, like, G4 Tech TV and, like, Spike TV and everything else. So, wait, which controller did you end up getting? I wanted to get like I'm getting a Switch 2 soon. So I've been trying to think through getting a controller for the Switch 2. And then I wanted to get controllers for my PlayStation, because usually when I buy consoles, I buy extra controllers so that if anyone ever comes by to like hang out, of course safely, or if I can't play with them in person, like obviously play online, but I like to have stuff for like being able to play with my siblings or just, family, because I'm full of nerds. So I have my original DualShock controller, like the plain PlayStation 5 one, and then we got an extra one, a blue one, because my siblings and I wanted to play Sonic Crossroad Racing and everything. And what happened is, like, I lost my DualShock controller from my original PlayStation, and then the one replacement one that we used for multiplayer broke. So the R1 trigger is broken off the controller, which was annoying because we had just gotten it to be able to game. Because we're going to do our usual sibling tournament. We're going to do Mario Kart. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm getting my Nintendo Switch too. I wonder if we can do Mario Kart World this year. I want to beat my brother's ass as Princess Peach. Which, y'all, I have beef with my brother. I know he's going into video games, but I will always have beef with my brother. I'm going to kick his ass. Send good vibes. But I shout out to Dai and Ginky, because I have friends who played like fighting games and stuff. They usually give me recommendations, as well as like I ask other like friends and people I love and care about their thoughts too. because I try to get decent controllers. I prefer to have a controller for most of the games I play, unless I'm doing like Switch stuff where I want to hold it in my hands if I'm like out and about in the world with my iPad. So I am trying to like get that stuff together because I do want to do more co-op and like games with people specifically, and everything too. So I hope I answered your question, comment. I know that's long-winded, but I've been like sitting on it along with my Goof Troop hours this week. Exactly. And saying it to your point, I honestly I like colorful controllers. So, for example, I have a decorative case for my Switch, and I plan to make a decorative case for my Switch too. I actually have an Etsy artist I've reached out to / like I commission. She does like very cute decorative cases for like products. So I've commissioned her for my phone cases as well as like my Switch 2 cases. So I plan to probably do it for my Nintendo Switch 2, and I actually want to trick out my PlayStation 5 in a decorative like case. I know it's really cheesy, but I just like my cute things. So. Oh yeah, and BB, yeah, you did mention like my Switch. You have a Switch 2 in Mario Kart World. I need to add people once I get it, because I plan to get Mario Kart World, Kirby Air Riders, Pokemon Zaza, Breath of the Wild, and Animal Crossing, and Metroid Prime 4. There's a lot of games I want on my Switch 2, and because South of Midnight is coming on to console and PlayStation 5 and Nintendo Switch 2. I'm probably going to get it on my PlayStation 5, but knowing me, because I try to support the games I really love, I might get it on the Switch too as well. But it has to be a physical copy. If not, I'm not going to do that. I don't want a digital copy, because I already have a digital copy of South of Midnight on my Steam, and I want physical copies of the game. So, but I'm more likely to just get South of Midnight physical copy for PlayStation 5. So. Same, but dude, the performance booster some games slightly pushing me towards wanting it. Shaking your hand literally bought my third one literally a couple days ago. Yes, Die is a dope gamer. They can put you on game. For real, for real. One of my mutuals know what they're about. And nice, BB, remind me. I'm sticking with the OG Switch. That's fair, Takashi. Like, I think a lot of people I know are pretty satisfied just getting stuff on the Switch. I'm not upset about it. I think there's just some exclusive games that I want that I are on the Switch too. And I had a feeling, as somebody who plays a lot of Nintendo products, that I eventually was going to get a Switch 2. I knew it was coming. And what really got me was the same thing that got me with the Switch 2 one, which was Animal Crossing. And I know that sounds really goofy, but like the reason why I got a Switch was for Animal Crossing. Because I played every single Animal Crossing since it came to the United States. Since I was little. So as soon as I saw Animal Crossing was coming to Nintendo devices in America, I was like, fuck. So there's that. But I do love like Metroid Prime. I haven't played the Pokemon mainline games, but I always do kind of look out for Pokemon. And I think when I saw Zaza drop, I had a feeling I was going to go back into the Pokemon fray again. And I think I'm finally back after 20 plus years. But like I told you, I wouldn't have became a video gamer without Pokemon. So, like I tell people, like I have a love for Pokemon because it's one of the first anime series and franchises I genuinely have always loved. I don't talk about it a lot, and I'm not as well versed in terms of the lore and everything, but I've watched most of the Pokemon movies. I still have plushies. I have all my Pokemon cards from the original movies, and even though I haven't played a lot of the mainland games, like Pokemon has been one of those series that I can't get away from, and I don't want to. So, I knew Zaza when I saw it, especially with the Pokemon designs for the characters. I was like, fuck, I'm back. I've been properly influenced by capitalism. So, Pokemon and Animal Crossing are the two franchises that I'm like, if I see a Pikachu or like Tom Nook, I'm sold. I just, it's an influence. Along with Sanrio. It's like Pokemon, Sanrio, and you can ask my parents, Pokemon, Sanrio, and Animal Crossing are the three franchises they know. If they can't think of anything else, they can get me something from them and I'll be happy with that. I just don't talk about it a lot because like, I just don't. I don't think, unless it's like something that people are fans of, like, I just don't mention it unless they ask. It's not something I'm withholding. It's very obvious. Like, I had a crush on Ash Ketchum, so I think it's kind of obvious I'm a big Pokemon person. Not to a degree of, like, the lore and stuff, but I watched all of the first, like, 5 seasons of Pokemon. I jam out to the music regularly, and I'm only behind, honestly, on the last 2 seasons of Pokemon, the animated series. I dropped off after, like I think I've mentioned, I dropped off the last 2 seasons. But Pokemon is one of those. Digimon, I don't think I'll circle back to. I'm still too biased towards the original Digidestin. But Pokemon has been this franchise out of like all of them, like Beyblade, Pokemon, Digimon, that I've genuinely actually tried to keep up with. And now I'm going back. So I know I'm going to be sitting there in Zaza wanting a Pikachu so bad. I already know me. And I've been watching so many people that I love and care about play it. And I'm like, fuck, I want to play so bad. I feel like a fucking kid again. Which makes me feel giddy. Because that was, like, I remember playing Pokemon when I was a kid. And if you're wondering my starter Pokemon, I think I started out either with a Charizard or a Bulbasaur. Anyway, let me catch up in the chat as I continue puzzling. But yes, I can, if folks have a Switch 2, I can add you as well as a Switch 1. I'm happy to share my friend code. I'm usually on there. I haven't been lately, but I'll probably be on there for Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing and a few other games. Same, but right now my eyes are on the liverless fight sticks, that kind of budget. Legit have 3 and I want a 4th. I found only because I want to put custom designs on it and the ones that look to be easy. Also, comment, I will say, like, Dai and a couple of other of my friends, they're into fighting games. I'm not so much, but I'll probably be playing Marvel Tokon and 2KO. Folks want to play 2KO. And it's on console, so I was like, fine. I'm not going to be good at these games. And I refuse to, my fighting game friends out there, I'm never going to play y'all seriously because y'all are going to kick my ass. And I don't need that smoke. But I'll watch and play. It's okay. A lot of people definitely did the same and did not regret picking up a Switch. Yeah. Like, there's certain IPs and fans that people are like, hell yeah. And Animal Crossing is one of those IPs where, like, you will just snatch me up by default. And the way that if I know I'm probably going to like Zaza as much as I like Expedition 33, I got to finish playing that. I'm probably going to be back in the fray of Pokemon soon. Not that I'm not already there. I think I'm being properly influenced. So. But yeah, I've seen the Pokemon the first movie 1,000 times. Now that I think about it, I need to actually go ahead and get the DVD. I don't know why I didn't do that. And the one with Pokemon with Lucario. The 2 Pokemon movies I like the most are the one with Jirachi, the one with Lucario, and the original Pokemon movie. But there's some few ones I need to rewatch that I'll probably add them to my list. But they're all really great. Shout out to Ara, by the way, for having the watch party. If you don't follow AruruSeria, you should. What fighting games you're into right now? I'm trying to jump in and I'm start labbing. Throughout the years, I've always tried time and time again to Pokemon. Unfortunately, it's not for me. That's fair, Dai. That is fair. I think for me, it's probably part nostalgia, but I think it's because similar to, and this is going to sound really out of pocket, Pokemon reminds me of Monster Hunter. I love animals and nature, so I feel like Pokemon hits that for me very easily, and it's just such a feel-good show and series for me. So I'm just genuinely into it. And I just think following Ash and his adventures with Pikachu just makes me just happy. I don't know. It's like the Adventure Explorer vibes with animals. I think that's probably why I'm into Monster Hunter as much as I am because of Pokemon. That sounds really weird, I know, but I think it's because I love... I think Pokemon is probably why I like Monster Hunter so much. And you would think me killing monsters in Monster Hunter wouldn't make any sense of why I like both, but I genuinely like both. Something about nature and animals. So... let's see, I'm catching up. Yes, I love this. Same. These days a little bit of Tokon, but I'm just waiting on 2KO, but I'm waiting on Tokon. Pokemon definitely nostalgia me, but not gonna lie, wish I was more of a Digimon fan, just grab the recent games and maybe cards. Yeah, BB's actually been streaming comment. If you ever want to check out someone who's really cool to watch for the new Digimon game, BB's been playing Digimon Time Stranger. It looks really good. So I actually do want to pick up and play it as well. Because I do love Digimon. My favorite is Angelmon. Angelmon is my favorite Digimon. I know it's an angel Pokemon. I mean Digimon, and no one should be shocked. So you know how I feel about Nintendo. Yes, Dai. I know how you feel about Nintendo. Hi, Fast. Welcome in. It's lovely to see you. I hope you're doing well today. And as always, y'all, please go check out my friends and mutuals who all stream. They're all super dope people. But yes, Dai, I know how you feel about Nintendo. I love Pokemon and Digimon. Yes, that's why I appreciate you, BB. My eyes have been eyeing TK on Guilty Gear Strive. Tokon feels a far off dream, so have not looked into that direction. That's fair. And hi, Echo. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. I'm also probably going to start playing Guilty Gear Strive. Again, I'm being influenced. Want to learn together? Nah, see, we gonna get you to run folks and fill them. If you gonna be playing with fighting game buds, you gotta learn a thing or two. I knew y'all were gonna say that. I'm weeping. Totally not just waking up after Jinx drug me from the bed. I'm crying, Echo. I hope you got some good rest. Hello, friend. And as always, y'all, please go check out these amazing humans. I die in common. It's fine. I know this is gonna happen between people dragging me into horror games and then being dragged into fighting games. I knew this was gonna happen, but it's Guilty Gear Strive. I have Grand Blue Fantasy versus Tokon and probably 2KO are probably gonna be the ones I try out. I'm waiting on the Switch code low. I can send it to you when I charge my Switch. I need to charge that thing. But I'm doing well, Paz. I'm just chilling out before I eventually end stream because I'll be doing some games off stream with some friends. So I'm just waiting for Tata ping me to let me when we're ready in terms of things. Other than that, I'm doing pretty good. Welcome back from the ads. I'm just talking about various games and stuff and saying hi to people. I love all of y'all saying hi to each other in the chat. Thanks. This is a lot of fun. I love the sexy lady Digimon. Yes, you should. There's some really cool Digimon designs. It's okay. Guilty Gear Strive ain't going nowhere. I don't think that game's going to be gone from the ethos anytime soon. I think more people are just excited about Tokon because it's Marvel, and I think it's able to ride the fact that Marvel Rivals is so popular that I think people are thoroughly enjoying it. So, well, I hope you feel better soon. I'm doing well. Just chilling for today, eating some dinner. Nice. Yeah, I'm just giving myself a rest day. Like, I was gonna weightlift and stuff, but I need to just take care of myself right now. So I'm kind of giving myself, like, the next day or so off. And then I'll probably get back to it next week. So it's gonna be a chill weekend for me. But yes, I'm here for dinner. You're reminding me I have, like... Also, I'm getting Zaza as well. It's been a minute since I played Pokemon. Oh, really? Black and white? Nice. Welcome to the Zaza crew. Let me know when you get to playing. That's what's up. I'm probably going to get the DLC for Pokemon, too. So... I just can't wait to play up my Switch. I know I'm not trying to cape for corporations, but I genuinely... My first video game was a Game Boy Color show. So I feel like the Switch era for me is one of the greatest eras for me because I like handheld games. So this is going to sound really cheesy, but I feel like playing the Pokemon Zaza on my Switch is going to be like me playing Pokemon Red on my Game Boy Color again. So it really gives me childhood nostalgia. That's why I really do want Pokemon Zaza. So... tuna soup with some fries and rice. Hibiscus tea as a drink. Nice. Yeah, I have some raspberry tea with me. So, Holly, always here for the tea. Yeah, and again, I hope you feel better soon, BB. I'm glad you're taking care of yourself. Yeah, I appreciate that. Me personally, as a player, I just play what I buy. And if I'm not interested, then I won't buy. I'm just that chill when it comes to gaming like that. Yes, which brings me to a valid point about the Game Awards. Y'all. I'm crying. Die. I see what you did. I see what you did there. I see what you did. I appreciate you. The hatred that turn-based RPGs are getting right now because of Expedition 33 is actually disrespectful. And here's why. So I remember with the Game Awards last year, Astro bought one Game of the Year, right? Smoking that Poke Pack. I'm crying. I'm here for people using recreational drugs safely. I don't use them, obviously, but you know what? I'm here for people. Do your thing. Have fun. Juju on the beat and Zaza with what you got. I'll leave it that way. I am very intrigued about the fact that every time a turn-based RPG like Baldur's Gate 3, Expedition 33, Metaphor, even Final Fantasy Remake, every single time an RPG or fantasy RPG game gets a lot of love, there's so much backlash. And I understand it, but I also don't. Because my big solution with games is that if you don't like a genre of games, you don't have to play it. Like, at all. And I knew like I knew it was going to happen because I was telling my sister when Expedition 33 launched, like was talked about as a game. I remember because Ben Starr and Jennifer English Jigglypuffing on the I am crying. Pokemon Violet, Shield, and Shining Pearl, nice. I think the one game I thought I was going to eventually try out, and I think I will, is Pokemon Black and White 2 and Shield, actually. There's a couple of Pokemon games, if I really like Zaza, I'm probably going to circle back to. Because I didn't play them, but again, like with every Nintendo like console or product or the handhelds, there's always a Pokemon mainline game. So it's not that I haven't thought about it, I just haven't been back into the fray. But Black and White was one that almost got me. So I might, if there's a mainline game I might go back to. It might be the last two ones as well as like going through the old school ones. Like Pokemon on the handhelds, like Game Boy Advance and stuff. I'd be down to play a lot of those. I'm going back in the fray. But like I said, I don't think Pokemon are really left my life. That's also think because I want this Cafe Pikachu, which I keep talking about it, but there's a Cafe Pikachu that has a little apron, a little heart apron and stuff. I want to get it. It's so adorable. I just haven't taken the plunge, but I'm going to put it on my back. Where's this honeycomb thing? You know, latest Pokemon games get a lot of shit ton of flack, but I recommend them because my experience will be different from everyone. Yeah, like, I think along with a lot of video games, in general, my rule of thumb is, like, you should try them out for yourself. Like, similar to what's going on at Expedition 33, I tell people, like, if you are genuinely not a fan of turn-based RPGs, of course you're going to hate Expedition 33. It's a turn-based RPG. Just like if you hate Pokemon, then you're not going to like Pokemon-like games. So, I know Pokemon and Monster are, like, not the same game, but, like, if you don't like games like that, then don't play them. So, Pokemon Black, nice. Yeah, I would say the whole discourse at E3 is some people are complaining about how games should not get this many awards. Yeah, like, I think it's very rude and disrespectful to genuinely not support games. And I genuinely think that a lot of the hatred comes from the fact that a lot of people hate turn-based RPGs and will not let people not play them without somebody getting in your ear about it. And I think it's frustrating. But I think it's a consequence of Gamergate, which for people who don't know that term, there's a long history with Gamergate. I think there's just this general thing where people don't like stuff that's popular. And I get people not liking trends. Like, for example, I didn't watch Game of Thrones or Breaking Bad. It's not that I hate those shows. I just didn't. But I know people who've watched them and have enjoyed them and will recommend them. And it's not to say I would ever not watch them eventually. But it's one of those things where, like, I think it's okay to like trendy things. Like, sometimes, like, something's trendy because it's actually good. And it's okay if you don't want to do something because everybody else is doing it now, but it doesn't mean it's not good. So, I think, to me, as I've talked to many people about myself, like, Expedition 33, I think, deserved to win Game of the Year. I think it was a really well done game. And this is from somebody who's still playing it. I knew, and this, again, makes me sound like a hipster. I knew when Expedition 33 came out, I thought it was going to be Game of the Year. I think its motifs, its art style, the turn-based RPGs, it reminded me of what I love about video games in that genre, just like Metaphor. They're not the same game, but I personally am a fan of RPGs like Expedition 33. A game that will tell a story, have a system, and like the art direction is phenomenal and the music is amazing. And to me, music, art, characters, and a great story are to me why I love RPGs so much. So I'm not sure why people thought it wouldn't win Game of the Year, but I get why people might not like it. But I'm also like, you don't have to play RPGs. It's cool. Like, I'm going to enjoy it because I still haven't finished Metaphor, for example. Because, like, when Metaphor came out, people bitched about it, too. They were saying it's overrated and they don't like Persona games and da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, that's fine. You don't have to like Persona, but this is for the Persona and Atlas people and the RPG fans. If you don't like Metaphor, that's a choice and that's cool. But I love RPGs, so I'm going to play Metaphor. And I didn't want to stream it because, again, the thing about it is, like, I typically save those type of games for myself. So I love y'all, of course, but, like, there's some games where I'm like, I just want to enjoy it at my own pace. And because they're very, like, they involve a lot of thinking for me, I would rather play them either on my own or with a friend or a loved one or, like, someone I, like, it's just more in a, like, it's something to where I want it for myself. Because I just, like I always tell you, like, I don't believe everything should be content or, like, artistry. So there's just some games where I'm like, I just want to play it for myself and, like, play it with other people with me. But that's just what I knew with Expedition 33 and for Metaphor. It was one of those games where I was like, I just want to play this without having to worry about, like, streaming it, I guess. Not that I don't love the other games that I'm streaming right now, like Unicorn Overlord and stuff, but there's just some games I know they're going to take me a minute to get through, and I want to enjoy them at my own pace and not have every game that I love be streamed. So, but, like, there's some really amazing people I know who stream the games, and they had a great time, and I'm glad that I can talk with them about Expedition 33 and, like, Pokemon and Monster Hunter Wild, stuff like that, too. Yeah, I think the other discourse about E3 is disingenuous. Yeah, that's the thing, too, that was disappointing about the Game Awards chats, because a lot of people are very much exposing, and you know me, I have my social scientist spin on things. It's very telling right now that, like I tell people, you can't not examine the social phenomenon today without seeing it in media and pop culture discussions. This is why, like, I'm not caught up in, like, celebrities and stuff, but I pay attention to what's going on in the world because it gives me a scope of, like, what's going on sociologically. And, like, you know, I talk with other people too who are paying attention to stuff. But wow, win player's voice. There's nothing people can make that can please everyone, but there's no shit on something just you can't. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. I have people I know who I care about who they hate Expedition 33. They don't have any interest in it. They're not there with it, but, like, I respect them, and it's not like they're being out here on the internet telling people to not play a game. That you should just support game developers, and if you don't want to play a game, don't play a game. But I think that the TTRPG, the turn-based RPG hatred that Baldur's Gate 3, Metaphor, and Expedition 33 is very telling, because when the people were very much talking about it, people were calling it French woke, and they call it South of Midnight woke. And I was like, I know people are saying this because there's women in this game, and that's really sad that we're at a state right now, like Gamergate warned, where if there's even a lick of a woman being powerful in a game, people just immediately lose their absolute shit about it, and it's frustrating because I genuinely love games that have a very diverse cast and have powerful characters. And Expedition 33, I will give them credit, along with all the amazements of the game, that, like, the women in that game are really fucking cool. You know, I'm still in the beginnings of the game, and I've tried to avoid spoilers like wild. Like, it was the reason why I wanted to play it is because there were so many women in that game. Like, it looked really cool. And I know Gustav is, like, a major character, but, like, I like the fact there's, like, different types of women in that game. I saw someone's tweet about being anti-awards, and I understand it's because awards supposed to make it seem that some media is objectively good when that's not true, because all art and media is subjective, and I agree. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I don't think, like, people should, like, I think people deserve accolades and awards, and people shouldn't get caught up in it. I think you should just do shit because you just want to do stuff, and I think that if people want to make video games that mean the world to them, they should make them because somebody will love it. Sword and Shield is good. Scarlet Violet does the open world thing better than Sword and Shield, but both have great things. Nice. Sword and Shield was their experiment on open world, I think. Got you. That makes sense. Because I do remember that shift, too, where they went more to, like, linear path versus, like, open world in the Pokemon games. I remember that shift for sure. So now people got upset about that. I remember when it first came out. So that's fair, Paz. Even though I personally don't support The Last of Us as a franchise for many reasons. So But I think like people are saying stuff. So for South of Midnight, and I knew I was gonna go on my rant. This is part of the reason why. One, I'm here for the Game Awards. Shout out to Expedition 33. The game is phenomenal. I knew it was gonna be Game of the Year. I'm not upset about it. And I was here for Silent Hill F. I think I've seen gameplay of that game. I think it was a phenomenal game. I've watched game playthroughs of it and with folks streaming it and everything. And I just didn't really think it deserved a lot of love too. Silent Hill F, Expedition 33, Final Fantasy Tactics got an award, and then South of Midnight. South of Midnight, I'm so proud of that game. As I've told y'all, shout out to Katie Chu and a few other folks. I got to meet, Katie is the community manager. I met them through the, for those of you who remember, the Black Girl Gamer Conference. And hi, Poppy. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. But if y'all don't follow Plush Poppy, y'all should go check them out. Welcome in. I'm just talking about Game Awards and like talking about life and chatting and chilling before I hobble off for games with friends when folks are ready. But what was I about to say? No worries. I actually am invested in Silent Hill and Resident Evil. I don't play the games, but I watch them a lot. Again, I think it was inevitable because I know way too much lore about Silent Hill and Resident Evil more than I need to. So, but I think people should check it out. But I got to meet Compulsion Games. I think did a phenomenal job with South of Midnight, and I remember meeting Katie, who's the community manager over at Compulsion Games, and I've spent a lot of time like y'all see me like talk about the game. I've beaten the game on the stream. I played on hard mode, so it was really great to see that South of Midnight got nominated for an accessibility award and Games with Impact, because that game is very accessible and it's also a lot of fun. And that now that they dropped it being on consoles, I was really excited. And so it was cool to see Katie, who's over at Compulsion Games, because a lot of the people who are actually behind the game dealt with a lot of vitriol, like I've talked about on stream, because originally in the game for South of Midnight, they were going to make the protagonist actually a white woman, because they wanted to have a Southern Gothic horror vibe to it. But they decided to make Hazel black. So technically, Hazel is biracial. She is black and white. But the developers worked really hard to not only do the research on the South, but they also did a lot of research on like just black people and like culture, because there's a lot of black people at Compulsion Games. So it was really great during the Game Awards for them to get acknowledged, because they had been through a lot of hell from a lot of the backlash, because people got pissed off that they changed the character to Hazel to a black woman. So I actually am grateful they got it. They are not only getting momentum for the game, but then like they're actually being celebrated, because one of the folks in Star Wars, for example, who's the capture motion body for this is a slight spoiler, so if you want to tune out for a second, you can. For one of the bosses you fight in South of Midnight, it's actually he was the director of South of Midnight, which is super cool. So. I know there's an ad, so I paused. I'm still trying to get this puzzle. Like, I'm just happy the games that have a lot of heart to them got recognized. Even like Hollow Knight, because I still want to get that game. And Peak, really well done. There's just a lot of games that got a lot of love, and I know like they're not doing it for the awards, but I just genuinely love seeing video games doing the damn thing, and actually like people, their fan base is enjoying the fact that they're being loved and appreciated, because they deserve it. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I'll answer the best if I can answer it, but if not, that's fine. Where are I want this to fit in another spot, but I always struggle with this, with these puzzles. It's not the game's fault. It's just me. It's just me. Welcome back from the ads. Also, shout out again to Brown Girl Gamer Code. If you have not checked this out. Brown Girl Gamer Code actually got to do a documentary on South of Midnight to talk about like Black women, Black culture, and everything that involved in the game. So that's why I'm saying, like, shout out to the folks at Compulsion Games, shout out to the Black women in Femmes, shout out to Brown Girl Gamer Code. Like, there's all of us Black women in Femmes are so excited that it won an award, and I'm also great for the voice actress, who's based in Atlanta, got recognized for an award too. She really deserved it. She didn't get nominated for the Game Awards, but I see you're in Pinecone. Do you know if someone in there is a Twitch partner? Because I want to make an official team on Twitch for my team, but I think only partners can make them. I can ask. I want to say yes. I do think some of the leadership for Pinecone is our Twitch partners, so I'm assuming that's probably why. But I can ask. Let me just write that down so I can remember. But I think that might be why. And for context, y'all, if you're wondering for Poppy's question, people who are Twitch partner can create, well, you can create your own stream team. But if you want like your own Twitch partner page or like a page to set up a team thing where people, so like when I'm streaming, I pop up on Pinecone's page as well as Brown Girl Gamer Code, excuse me. When I stream, I pop up on Pinecone's page. We have a stream team page where you can check out all my other Pinecone friends who also stream, right? So I do believe you can set that up if you are a Twitch partner to have a stream team page for your folks. And that's why usually if you see some other streamers, they'll have like a little name that's highlighted in a different color that will show the team that they're on or representing. So I'm technically on the shelf for Chaos Covenant, a stream team with Tiffany Witcher. And Tiffany Witcher and a few other mutuals in terms of fundraising, and then for Pinecone. But yes, Poppy, I think that is true. But I will ask Allie. She would probably be the best person who would know the answer to that question. And if anybody knows in the chat too, feel free to share. But I would have to ask some of my friends who are Twitch partners. Oh, yeah, true. I mean, I think you could as well. I feel like if it's something you want to do for the Twitch team, because I know you are a leader of one, Poppy, like, I think you should definitely do it. So, I definitely think it's something that I think is really cool. I appreciate seeing stream teams have their own pages so I can, like, check out some of my friends' friends or mutuals in some of their communities. And I think it's really cool to be able to, like, you know, when stream teams want to find folks, they can. Because I know Pinecone does its thing too, so. But I appreciate the question. Yeah. Like, I think it's one thing that shout out to Allie. If you don't know Allie, they're the team one of the founders of Pinecone, and I am on the leadership team because I am the events and planning and events coordinator with Ella. Shout out to Ella, partner, in terms of like us doing streams team things together. But as in, like, me and Ella are the event coordinators and planners for Pinecone. So Ella's a friend of mine. They're super dope. Awesome human being. But, like, I think the thing that we were having conversations before, is that I do like seeing stream teams. I think stream teams are another friend / Allie. I was having a conversation with them and some other folks. I do agree that I think stream teams are not something people often do, but I think they should. I think it's really cool to see people band together and work together towards certain things, which is why I know for me, I've joined teams and communities, and I love seeing people like in concentric circles, like in their different spaces with people, to be able to work together towards goals or ambitions and things as a streamer and a creative. So I think that's something I genuinely appreciate, and always think those are their opportunities. Once our new members are adjusted, would love to do a versus with another team. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, and let me know. I know I feel like there's going to be opportunities to do stuff with other teams and everything. I think for Pinecone, we've talked about like a little bit of some of that too. And I know that the Twitch Unity Guilds as well want to do like verses. I think there was something like that recently. So, but I think Poppy, to your point, like, I think that'd be good. Like, I think it's always cool to see teams collaborate together or just do like competitions and stuff too. I think that stuff's really cute. So, but I have no regrets joining stream teams as well as communities. Like, I love being a part of Brown Girl Gamer Code this year, as well as Pinecone and Chaos Covenant. So I'm always happy to be a part of these groups with amazing people who I know many of you know. Like, for example, for Brown Girl Gamer Code, it's been an honor privilege to get to know like Snaps, and like Blaze at Midnight, being able to see folks like Pop No Tarts. Like, these folks are really cool, and I love seeing them around, and I love stopping by their streams and just watching them, like other Black and Brown women and femmes. Same thing with my Pinecone friend, same thing with folks in Chaos Covenant. It's been really cool. So I'm hoping you'll be able to get that page for sure, Poppy, because, yeah. I hope you see me as an asset if you ever need anything. Yeah, for sure, Poppy. No, for real. Like, I know I've been meaning to talk to you about some stuff anyway. It's just been chaotic this year because of all the stuff happening. But no, I do appreciate you. Like, you were one of the first mutuals who reached out to me when I started out. So I know, like, people don't pay attention, but I pay attention to stuff like that. Like, not to say, like, I'm some big shot or anything, but I always tell people, like, whether I had 1 follower or 100,000, I wouldn't be any different. I just pay attention to folks who, like, were actually in my life who care about me in terms of what I want to do. And I do remember our conversations, and you've been really chill and cool, like Paz said. So you're cool. For real. I know I'll probably be circling back about some of these things next year. This year was just way too chaotic for some of the stuff I originally wanted to plan. Versus now I feel like because I'm a bit more settled now, I could do some of the stuff that I want to do and reach out to people I trust and care about who are going to help me out. Because I would want to be the same for other people too. Like, I've got mutuals who are like game developers, artists, and folks who've reached out to me for help, which I'm always happy to do that too. So I have not gotten another piece on this. I'm so I'm mad that was there the whole entire time. Oh, I would do that. Goof Troop hours. I'm kidding. I love puzzles, but sometimes I take a century to move things around. But yeah, Poppy, I appreciate you. And I see you making moves. Hey! A Latin American V Gala next year. All right, keep me posted. I'm not Latino, but I got Afro-Latino friends, and I shout out to my Latinos. So that's what's up. I'm glad you're doing that. There's so much stuff that could be done in the streamer space that I'm like, nah, yeah, it's for everybody. Yeah, like, there's so many, the things will just be that. That's what's up, though. That's what's up. All right, keep me posted. Anybody needs fashionista stuff, like, time to adopt her law. Yeah, I'm crying. I appreciate you, BB. Nah, for real, though. That's what's up, though. I think it needs to be done. There's so many things that I think can happen in the streamer space. You don't have to people could do whatever they want, but there's a lot of really cool shit that can happen in the streamer space, especially like stuff like that, like fashion showcases that I want more people to do. Speaking of that, as a reminder too, I forgot, I will be doing stuff for Black in the Mix. I'm making sure I have some advisors from that community though, so nobody does anything right. That's fair, and I think that's really good for you, good of you to do, Poppy, because I think being like sensitive and aware of like, you know, folks in terms of different cultures and everything is really, really powerful. So kudos to you for that, for real, for real. I don't know why I want these things to be here, but I feel like they might just be in the back, and I'm just being goofy because I'm talking to y'all. Like, I can multitask. I'm just more like, maybe I'm missing something where it's supposed to be like in a space, and I'm just I wanted to go there, but it doesn't. It's not snapping in place, so it's fine. I'll have to get over it. I did want to say for Black History Month, I am going to do Black in the Mix, which is the 4 week event that I usually do that's really low key about Black folks joining in. I will talk about it more probably in January with my new schedule. But if anybody's interested in that as well, I will share details. I shared it with friends and mutuals, but it's a low key event where I really just try to spotlight Black past, present, and future, and just try to spotlight the different events going on. So there's going to be a lot for Black History Month. I'm also going to be part of a Black Cozy Raid train with a lot of other Black content creators and streamers and creatives in February. And there's also another like Black History Month raid train I'll be a part of. So just know that like I'm going to be doing a lot of like stuff in February for Black History Month. And it's Valentine's Day month. So I'm trying to like work with like Black folks specifically to try to like do some stuff. Yeah, raid train. Yeah. I will probably be a little bit more solidified on the dates. The Black Cozy raid train is still being planned out. I'm hoping to help the organizers and stuff too, but right now it's in the planning stages. So I'm just telling y'all there's stuff coming, and then there's a Black Excellence like raid train that I think I'll be a part of closer to the 16th, so towards the end of Black History Month. So I won't give more details besides that right now in terms of it being planned. And there is something that I'm going to be a part of that's a video featuring Black women in streaming, but I'll let y'all know when that video drops. But I've been making moves behind the scenes. I'm glad to see you branching out. I know you were iffy about that when we first met. Yeah, I think for me, like my big thing about streaming and just being a artsy person is that I'm very community oriented. I want to participate, but I'd better not because I'm still be recovering from my surgery. No worries, BB. It's all good. Respectfully do it. Feels comfortable, but there's going to be a lot of like events happening, especially for Black folks in Black History Month that you can join in on, and I'm happy to share them with you. But if you're going to be recovering, like don't worry. There's going to be stuff all year round that I can share opportunities specifically for. And to your point, Poppy, like I think my hesitation comes to the fact that I'm very community oriented, and unfortunately, like there are people who generally. Yeah, I try to be, but I get cynical easily, especially when people start acting too cool. Yeah. Like, I'm not a very... how do I put this? I am a community-oriented person, but I understand people have their things. And I understand people have their ambitions, and they are business-minded. So, while I try to be very helpful, and I genuinely am transparent about that... I understand some people want to be the only Black person in the room, and I just don't vibe with that. I think I've always been the type of person where, like, if I'm the best person for this, that's fine, but I don't have to be, and I don't care to be. So I think I've had a pretty decent experience about that, but I think it's because I'm older sometimes, like being in my 30s. And I've like at least I try to at least be transparent if I'm business or like with the diss tracks. Yeah, which I think is a good thing to do. And I think like it's like people say all the time in streaming. And I'm fresh faced, so I don't feel like I have the best opinion about it because I'm still new. I feel like people who've been streaming longer than me can speak to that a bit more. So I do want to put that caveat out there. But I think there's just more power in numbers. And what I mean by power in numbers is like there's more power in working with people than by myself. And I know that even with streaming and even in my career outside of streaming, like makeup and fashion, like I've connected with my friends and mutuals and community because we have common interests and goals and we help each other out. So some of the opportunities I've gotten, whether it's like playing games that haven't come out, beta testing things, like doing people's makeup, getting even one of my favorite jobs I got was from being around people just talking and being like, hey, I know you don't have anything to offer me, but here's what I can do for you and just whatever. And not in like a transactional way, but just being honest and transparent about motives. Because I think sometimes people forget that streaming and having people watch you and do stuff is a privilege. And I think sometimes people take that for granted, or they want to use people who have resources, who have made it for their own gain. And they're not honest about like, oh, I want to hang out with you because I want to get popular or whatever the fuck they're doing. Excuse my language. And I don't like that. So I tend to try to be mindful of that some people do unfortunately have ulterior motives about what they're doing. Because for me, like I've always said, like whether, again, going back to what I just said, whether I had 1 follower or 100,000, I would still be doing what I'm doing right now because I just want to build community and get to know people and have fun. And if I can help somebody out, then that's enough for me. Motive interior here. I'm crying. I don't know, because it's just like life's too short to have fucking nefarious ass motives. God, that's too much energy to me. I know that sounds whack, but to me, legitimately, it's just too much energy to be evil for me. It's just too much effort. Like, of course, like, you know, if somebody treats you wrong, don't let them treat you wrong. Do what you gotta do, you know what I'm saying? But, like, I'm not the type of person where, like, I try not to speak ignorance from mouth. Exactly. And that's the truth, Poppy. Like, I have learned, unfortunately, because I've been naive about it in the past, where, like, people do have ulterior motives. And I have known that, which I've talked about essentially on streams before, of, like, because I was a published scientist and because, like, I've done internships with big organizations people think are great, people have, like, reached out to me and be like, hey, can I talk to you? And I know they're only talking to me because they want me to put them on. And at least they're honest about it. And I'm fine with that, but I'm not that type of person. Like, I've been the person people ignore, and then I get a big girl job or something cool, and they're like, oh, I know this person. I was like, you're not really my friend. You're really just using me because you want to be in proximity to somebody who has something you want. So, versus, like, the people who are in my community who genuinely appreciate me for me and not just for what I can do for them, I do love dearly for that reason. Like, if people ignore me or are excited about me as I am with them, I'm like, oh, they just don't know how cool I am, but they will. Yeah, that's fair. And if they don't want to, like, hang out with you, that's on them, honestly. I know we're going into an ad as I slowly... This was also taking me a bit longer than I thought, so maybe we won't get to another one today. I thought I would get to it, but this stream's meant to be short, so... I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm not the type of person to have ulterior motives with somebody. And I know that might sound like something we're like, oh, da-da-da. I'm like, no. Hi, Jinx. I love how you typed my full username. Like, my heart clenched for a second. But I think it says I'm black. I'm like, my full government username? Hi, Jinx. Welcome, and I hope you're doing well. Echo told me y'all just woke up. What's good? Definitely want you to introduce me to some people from Pie and Cone. I want to meet other people doing cool stuff. Full government, yes, government name. Oh yeah, sure. I'm always down to introduce folks. Like, there's some cool people on my stream team. I know some cool people. Yeah, I think that's awesome. I think wanting to, like, be in community and build connections with people, I think is really good. So that's what's up. And I don't mind, like, all my stream team friends are super fun. Even the people who aren't, and welcome back from the ads, even the people I know who I'm not on a stream team, like the Scions and folks I've, like, shouted out and stuff, are really, really cool. So, and I'm just grateful that I know them, and I only wish the best for them. They don't owe me anything. And I don't mean in the sense of, like, I don't want them to reach their ambitions. It's more like I genuinely just love them as people, and I don't have any ulterior motives besides, like, it's an honor and privilege to be in their lives. That's just it. I'm too old for... It's that thing I always say too, is like, I don't give a fuck about clout and power. That's not a thing. I'll let you focus. You're not making any progress. I'll DM you later. No worries, Poppy. You're fine. You're not distracting me. It's just me, like, going back and forth because the back of this is tripping me up so bad. But I appreciate you. Yeah, for sure. You can DM me. It's all good. We can talk about it. Oh my gosh. Like, the top of this I'm getting randomly, but the bottom, I'm so stumped. I'm not mad, though. Like, I really don't know. Watch this be right here. Me. But that's the best piece of advice I can give people, especially as somebody who people have told me my career in science has gone the way it has. Like, please don't be weird. People will know when you're taking advantage of them. It is very obvious. It is very obvious. I've had people do it to me. It's not great. I might be a little too... Like, I don't... like I've been through stuff, but I like I know I have my my insecurities and I'm human and stuff too, but I genuinely just try to look for opportunities to be helpful to people and thoughtful and just cheer people on. Cuz I think that's just important. There's too many people on this earth doing too many dope things for me to be like, "Oh my god," and whatever. I know some people, like I've said before, have to work on those things, but like I just want my friends and loved ones to succeed and be happy. And if I can be a small part of that, then I am always grateful for it. And that's why I always say, like, it don't gotta be me. If Paz is millions of fans and I'm one of them, if Paz is one for them, if Paz is no for that means I'm dead. Listen. That's real. That's real for Paz. Making waffle honey ice cream. This is good. I don't know. I forget the name of what this is specifically called, but there's a name for it. But it does look good. I would eat this in real life type thing. But this is coming from somebody where my lore is dark, but I've been around people who are the type of people who they are very, very insecure when they don't have the attention on them. And I'm the type of person where, like, I just don't care about that. Like, I just want my people in my community, and I'll be I love how I put that there, and it's right there. Let's go, me. Yeah, like I think that's why I have been taken advantage of and been naive in that I just wanted to help people and they took advantage of me because I wanted to help them and be a friend. And I paid the consequences for it many a times. And I don't mind sharing that, like I often do, because it's not something that makes me feel bad about myself. It's more like, as long as I can help at least one person, like I always say, like, either avoid that bad thing or to not be taken advantage of, it's fine. But I also think too, sometimes we get way too caught up, and I don't think people care about us as much as we think we do. They do. So that's why I don't mind being goofy and fucking up and trying at least once. I genuinely don't. Life's too short to be, I think people said life's too short to be nonchalant, and I agree. I'm too totally chalant, as they say. I'm way too caught up in trying to have fun in life to be nonchalant about stuff. Like, I'm a yearner. I like to have dreams and take it day by day, but I don't want to stop living my life because people want to be kooky, is the way I'm going to say. They want to be on something. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with me at all. Oh, does this go on this side? Is this the piece I was looking for? Yeah. And I think that's fair. And I think that's why I think you should bloom when you're ready. It's kind of like what I said past earlier about like DJing. I tend to recluse a lot because of that kind of thing, and I don't want to have people think I'm trying to take advantage. Keep to myself for the most part so I can offer something. That's fair, but also I encourage you, Common, to know, like, it's like this video I saw on TikTok, which I really like, about, like, when there's discrepancies in people's finances. So being, like, the friend who doesn't have a lot of money versus having a friend who has a lot of money. I have been that person where my friends have come through for me when I was going through stuff. Like my best friend, when I was going through stuff in high school where I had, like, you know, respect my own privacy. I had a lot of loved ones go through health issues. So I had to, like, go to doctor's appointments with them and everything else and take care of stuff. So I didn't, like I've said on stream before, I didn't really have the life where I could just focus on being a kid sometimes or being a teenager. And so a lot of my peers would take advantage of what a little time I had. It would make me feel bad for not having much to offer because, you know, I didn't have a job. I couldn't find one. And I couldn't drive. So there's too much stuff going on. So I appreciated the fact that, like, sometimes people feel like they don't have anything to offer. But I would tell people that sometimes the best thing they can offer is, like, actually just that themselves in terms of, like, just being a friend. And now that I'm on the other side of that, like, again, I'm figuring out my situation, but in my 30s now, like, I'm still the same person where I wouldn't be here without community and people, but I also know that I don't, you can tell when someone's trying to take advantage of you. So, and Common, you're not the type of person to do that, knowing you. I don't think people need to offer something tangible to be people in people's lives. I think it's just figuring out what you can do if you want to if you care about people, whether it's like spending time with them, getting them a gift, doing different things and stuff. So, and this conversation is coming to mind because I know Takashi, you were there, but I'll give a shout out to Simi. There was a conversation. I was talking about my lore, in Simi's stream yesterday. So I have a lot of lore, and of course I won't explain some of the stuff that happened in that chat because there's some stuff that people share that I don't want to share. I'm just speaking my perspective and my story because it's not, I don't tell other people's story to share. And y'all should follow Simi. But my train of thought. Comment, I would encourage you to think more than just offering something tangible like money and gifts. I think, for example, seeing you update, especially on your job situation and stuff, is I appreciate that. Because I think the people that I've appreciated the most when I didn't have anything to offer were the ones who still made time for me and still were in my life, even though I was going through so much stuff. Who were consistent. I like to send you hugs and such in your DMs as well as a reassurance. And it's okay. Thank you, Takashi. I appreciate you. Because I think I share some of the stuff that's happened to me, not because I'm looking for pity or reassurance, even though I appreciate that from folks being kind for me. Don't get me wrong. But it's more like I genuinely mean where there are ways that we can support people in our lives in a tangible sense instead of sometimes people getting caught up that you need gifts or stuff like that. Like some of my closest friends were there for me just by just showing up or even just sending me a meme saying, I'm thinking of you. I know you're going through stuff, but I hope you're okay. And they don't hold it against me when I'm going through stuff. Or they try to they don't make me anxious is the way I can put it. Like they don't make me feel like I'm a problem. Because I think that's the biggest thing that made me feel bad growing up was people made me feel like I was a burden because I was going through so much shit. And not as an adult, I know I'm not. And I tell everybody, you're not a burden ever. And anybody makes you feel like that, they're not your friend. You shouldn't date them, all the things, I love to give time because that's something I know I can offer. I just feel odd popping up randomly trying to give time. You shouldn't feel odd. You should do it. Just do it. I will tell you, one thing that I remember somebody did for me when I was going through something, I had recently lost a couple of friends because it goes back to graduate school. I have so many horror stories about some things. But, and I'm not saying I'm perfect. Again, I have my flaws. I know where I fucked up in relationships and stuff too, so it's not a thing. But I remember I was going through a really bad friend breakup, and I just made some new friends who I'm still close to. We haven't talked in a minute, but I do love and appreciate them. And I've talked about them on stream before, especially I think when I was playing UMAMI the last time. But I was going through some stuff, and I mentioned I love Sanrio and everything. Sasuno! Welcome in! Hello. What's good? I'm good. I'm just yammering and chatting a little bit. I'm doing a short stream today. Before we wrap up and play games. For birthday flow. I'm waiting for my ping. But I hope you're doing well. And as always, y'all, check out all my dope community, including the fellow comment writers for TTRPGs. I mean, to me, it's shorter because I usually do 4 to 5 hours. I'm not going to go that long today, though. But, I was going through it. I had lost some friends who treated me really badly. It was an incident basically to describe where this person had just told me that they felt like I was in their chat. They felt like I was making them feel like they were essentially in the background. So even though like we had bonded over school and stuff, I had realized by the end of our friendship they actually hated my guts the entire time and was very insecure and jealous of me because of how I looked and the attention I was getting because I was in clubs and stuff. Even though I asked them, did you want to join me and do stuff with me? And I would ask them at every instant because they were my closest friend. Turns out they were my enemy the entire time. Which sucks, but rattling experience, but sucked. And I still have friends from that time too that I'm close to that they know and they're like, holy shit, see, I'm like, yeah, it's fine. But after that, I had some friends where, because I was so grieving that friendship, one of them sent me a care package. It was a Sanrio like box with stuff in it, and it had like stationery, Lolita stuff, and everything. And I started crying. And I asked him, like, why did you send me this big old package? Because I think it was close to my birthday, too. So it was a birthday gift, but it was a big package. She's like, well, I know you love these things and you've talked about them, and I'm so grateful to talk to you. So I don't know why you wouldn't think I would send you something. But that really hit me in the right time because it meant the world to me somebody thought about me enough and they were paying attention to what I'd been saying, which is what I mean when I was like, there's people in my life who do stuff. Like, I don't talk to them every day, but they're the type of person where they remember little details about me and they know what I've been through and they are very soft with me. And I'm so grateful for them. And I legitimately cried. Like, I cried really because shout out to Rose. Love you if you ever like pop by. But my friend Rose, like, I love them because they did me a kindness by like knowing I was going through stuff, and they didn't interpret me like being to myself as I can't bother. See, they're like, let me get her something because she's been going through stuff. So I know sometimes I always say I could take care of myself, but there's some people in my life who are like, hey, see, I thought of you, and they know they can make me cry because they'll be like, how did you know I needed this? And I'm like, because I know you. I know you. Oh, it's okay. I'm not going to cry. I'm just reflecting on it, too. I've cried so many tears this lifetime. It's exhausting, but I'll probably cry more. Huh? Wait. Thank you for the gift subs, Red. Holy crap. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you so much. I hope folks enjoy the gift subs. Please don't make me cry on the stream. I'm begging. I cried like the last stream. Please don't do that. Thank you for the gift subs. I appreciate that. Always appreciate it, but never necessary. So. I wasn't expecting that. I'm kind of speechless. Sorry. But thank you so much for the. By the way, I got my Pokemon card today. It's nice, Vivi. You'll have to share with me. I know you're gonna talk about them on stream, but you'll have to share with me which ones you got. But I'll just say, like, I have a lot of should receive the remaining ones on Monday. Nice. But yes, Asuna, I hope you're having a good one. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate seeing you, and I'm glad you're waking up was good. Stream last night was late too. Got you. That's fair. Yeah, because you were telling me about the Phasma Flames Pokemon cards. I'd love to see like the images and stuff because I know you talked about like you're gonna show them off and everything too. So I'd love to see the covers and everything. I've seen some of the newer Pokemon designs, but yeah. So, but I'll just say like on this conversation of like people, I'm a lover girl. I'm always gonna be a lover girl. You can't get that away from you can't get that part of. I'm never gonna get rid of that part of me. However, I do think it's important to protect your heart, not have your guard up so much. I know sometimes I am that's why I always say I'm a slow burn. People in Primal are I'm crying. Jinx, are you playing PvP? I'm going to be opening packs on Chris to have self-control. I believe in you, baby. You should spoil yourself, though. But I believe in you. I'll probably have time to finish this one, and then we'll probably wrap up because I want to make sure folks are ready for gaming. I know it's coming off the heels of me reflecting too, because I think, like I said, I'm in the soft girl era where I've just been very much. I've not been the kindest to myself lately. I'll be doing it on stream. Yes! Which I will be there, BB. I only open Pokemon cards on the mobile game. That's fair, Susuno. And I've heard. I don't know if I've ever played or seen the Pokemon game fun, but I know it's probably dope. I haven't been the kindest to myself. So I think it's partly why I'm like having all these conversations and serendipitously in streams I've been in. I've been like been reflecting. But I'm glad that the things I share, even though they are not the greatest, have been able to be helpful to someone else. So yeah, I've had to learn self-compassion a lot over the last like God, since my 20s. I gotta be kinder to myself. Okay, I figured a lot of streakers have been struggling lately. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm privileged enough where I have community, and that's really helpful for me. And I've studied enough psychology where I try to take care of myself and everything. But I think when I mean softcore era is that like I think I finally have cleared out a lot of the relationships in my life. And welcome back from the ads. I've been just talking about like things as I think I'm making progress on this puzzle finally. Nice. Oh, I've been wanting to do it in a particular way and they're not, and I'm looking at myself like, oh shit. I would do that. Fuck. I've had some really volatile, very dark things happen to me. But like I think I'm at this point in my life where I just need to rest a lot. And I just want to be around people who I can rest with. So I'm still going to do my things. I'll change my mind about some stuff 50,000 times, yada, yada, the usual thing when you're in your 20s and 30s. But I definitely think I am trying to be softer with myself even more than I usually am. Because I think I learned this year that there's just things I can't do anymore, and just like I'm so over it, and I'm good. I can't live the rest of my life being like I don't mind being the big sister or the mom friend, I guess is what the people call it. But I can't do that all the time. And I think sometimes I've been put in that role, and sometimes I'm just like I just want to be a regular young adult for once. So I'm really grateful to the people that they know I can be like I guess the best way I can describe it is if I don't have to say anything around you, I probably really love and appreciate you more than you realize, because I sometimes don't like to talk. And that sounds weird, right? Because like people in my life know I'm very talkative. Like I'm very like I like to just chat, but if you're somebody I've told like dead ass that I can be quiet around you, that probably means I love you a lot. Because I can't be quiet around some people. They either need me for something or they wanted advice or take advantage of me. But there's people who, if I could just sit in comfortable silence and not say anything and just be myself, those are the people I genuinely have really appreciated in my life, because I can just be myself. So I know that was very not something. Hope that makes sense. Sorry, I'm like half processing where I'm like, where is this other honeycomb piece thing? Well, okay, most of the honeycomb is back. What is this? What is this in the back? Oh my god. I thought I was gonna be able to do two. I'm so slow. And I know like a lot of folks have been struggling, so I send a lot of love to people who are going through it. The holiday season can be rough too for people. Holiday season can be very rough for people. It's very rough for me this year right now, not because like again I don't have people to spend time with. I'm looking for it all to fun. It's just more like there's a lot of stuff happened to me this year that I'm like, as much as I am very optimistic and will always move forward, it's definitely like I have to process like a lot of the hardship I went through this year. It was a lot. My body just needs a break, so I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. So I said as if I don't have classes in like a couple of weeks, but I can't speak for everyone, but I'm certainly honored to getting to know you bit by bit, and I want to say I'm here for you. You've done plenty as it is, and oh, Don't say that to me, Takashi. No, not all of y'all saying that. Please don't make me cry on this stream, y'all. I am so serious. Please don't make me cry. I'm happy to be here essentially for the you really inspire flame that no. No, don't say that. I'll cry. No. I just be talking. Don't say that to me. That's so sweet. Oh my God. I was not expecting that. You and everyone here are amazing. I'm honored to meet. Oh, y'all are so sweet. Thank you. Oh. Don't put me in my feelings during a puzzle game. I appreciate y'all too. Thank you for the honesty and transparency. I can openly admit I'm very hard on myself. I'm not hard on other people. I'm very hard on myself. And sometimes my friends are like, girl, if you don't let me spoil you, I'm like, you don't have to do that. You don't gotta do that. And yeah. But that's why I spoil other people. It's so I'm so goofy like that, though. I've been like that since I was younger. My mom used to tell me that. She used to be like, you always look out for everybody else. I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't need a lot, though. I generally don't. Like, I love my makeup and stuff, too, but I don't know. I don't really need a lot. But I think that's why, like, this next year, I'm really gonna, like, I love taking care of my people, and I want to take care of myself, because my friends have got annoyed me. They're like, girl, if you don't, I'm like, fine, leave me alone. Don't come for me. Wait. No, I wanted that to fit. Y'all are gonna make me cry. Why are y'all doing this right now? We did this on the other stream. Oh my God. Plus, it's not even my birthday. If this is how you're gonna be here, maybe I should lie and say my birthday's another day so people will forget. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Thank the love. We appreciate you. We love you. See, you have no idea how happy to be. Really, BB? I did not know that. I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like I have to give. I'm a slow burn, but like, I don't know how I impact people. And this, I know it sounds goofy as y'all are doing this, but I genuinely don't. Because to me, I don't do a lot. I'm just reminding you of your badassery. That's a small part of doing dope things. People are super cool in the way they are. So if I can be a small part of that, that means enough. That's enough for me. I don't need anything in return. What the? No, I want this to be. I keep doing this thing where I'm like, I want that to fit there, but it doesn't. It's rare. Oh my God. I lost all my friends in the past because of one corrupted person, but I've created way better friends around the world, and that includes you. Oh, Sasuno. Sasuno, I appreciate you. Yeah, the Valor Rangers Hikobana, folks, for context, y'all, we're in Asia, Australia, and the United States, both East and West Coast, and just all over, essentially. And I love our, like, tabletop RPG crew. It's just a really ragtag group of friends who just are playing, like, Kamen Rider Ultraman, like, Super Sentai games, and we just have a ball, and we come on each other's streams and say hi and just enjoy each other's company. So again, if you don't follow Toka Tabletop, you should. You ain't even gotta watch like me being goofy, but all these other amazing humans, you should check them out. I'm just saying. To find someone that gets me, it's rare. Being disabled, a lot of people don't give me a chance to really get to know me. But baby, you're so cool. I don't know. I don't get that. I think you're really cool. And everybody in my community, especially if I spend time with them, they should know, like, it's very easy to love my friends and people. I've lost a lot of friends, too, this year. Somehow it got to end the year. Oh, no, that's going to make me cry, baby. Oh, because you popped up in the Scions Discord. I didn't know that impacted you that much. I was just like, here, come hang out with us. You're really cool. Oh, that actually is making me tear. Fuck. I'm gonna cry. Y'all, it's supposed to be a short stream. Why are y'all making me cry? I didn't know I impacted y'all that much. Oh. Damn. I'm actually tearing. Fuck. I gotta take off my glasses. Shit, I'm crying. You're crying too, BB. No. Wait, what do you mean? I was, of course, gonna invite you to our Discord. What? BB, you're so sweet. I'm so sorry, because I know you talked about, like, losing a friend. I didn't know you lost multiple friends. I'm so sorry. BB, when we, like, talked, I was so serious. Like, I was going to invite you to the Discord. I was like, yeah, come kick it with us. Oh, my God, I didn't realize that. Jesus Christ. Damn. Y'all got me again. Stop. Stop making me cry. Damn. I think you and Sasuno saying that back to back actually made me cry. Oh my God. I didn't know I impacted y'all that much. I've been going through so much shit in the background. So I just try to show up for people. And I didn't know I impacted people this year like that. Common, you too? Wait a minute. Why are y'all losing friends? What the hell? What do you mean? Oh my God. And the fact that y'all, like, listen, okay, one of the things I've said before when I started streaming was, like, I just, like, you can, and Paz can confirm, Paz, if you're still there. We should totally sneakily raid Daiji. Oh yeah, we're gonna wrap up streams. This stream's gonna be short. So I'm gonna raid in the Daiji for Toku Tabletop. That, yes, that's happening, Jinx. As soon as I saw it, I was like, fuck yeah. I just wanted to build community as a streamer. To build community, to have fun, be creative, and just be here. Yeah, you can tell me, comment. I'm so sorry, though. You can tell me in DM. You don't have to say it now if you don't want to. Like I said, I was in Simi's stream, which, again, if y'all don't follow Simi, you should follow Simi. Simi's community is amazing, and y'all know how Simi's just an amazing person. So, I don't want to slander anyone because I don't hope for the best for them. No, it's okay. It's okay. Shit happens. But I was talking in their stream as well as another person's stream along with all the stuff going on this week. And I've been reflecting in my journal. So this is why this stuff is constantly on my mind right now, because, like, I've had so many changes. And like I said, when you pivot in life, as new people come in, you also got to think about people who have left your life. So I've been having this dialogue in my mind because of just the stuff I've been thinking through for me in terms of, like, some of my anxiety and just talking through some of the things I need to work out that I don't want to put on anybody, of course. And I, like, want to be able to be a safety for myself, which I think is really important, to be at home with yourself and to love and care about yourself too. Yeah. I didn't know who. I'm so sorry to those who experienced that, but I'm glad y'all found a good friend group that cares about y'all. Yeah. I'm just processing what y'all are saying. I'm sorry. I don't want to bypass that too quickly. I was just going to break up makeup and fashion stuff today's stream, but, you know, if we get on this topic, that's fine. Like, a lot of my grief is processing change, that stuff that I didn't anticipate. And I think because of that, I also had to process, like, I've shared with people I love, just, like, people who are not able to be in my life anymore because of the jealousy, like we talked about a few streams ago, and just, like, some of the friendships that are helping me reevaluate, like, in this new frontier I'm going towards, like, who I want in my life and who I'm going to, like, invest my energy into. And I think that's kind of why it's in my mind's eye this week, because I think a lot of the finalized, like, stuff with school is happening, so it's just hitting me really hard. But it's not something that I'm not, like, okay. It's just, it's a part of life. Like I always say, your late 20s and early 30s are a very wild time. I heard there was a talk of love. Yes, and hi Gia, welcome in. I know you checked in earlier. I'm actually just waiting whenever you, Ty, and everybody else is ready for birthday shenanigans so I can hop off stream. I hope you're doing one. As always, y'all should follow Gia. I deeply, deeply appreciate Gia a lot. They're one of the people that I have been fortunate to meet this year, along with everybody else I've mentioned already in stream that I love and care about a lot. Oh, Ty messaged? Okay. Did I miss it? All right. Cool. Thank you for pointing that to me out, Gia. All right. Let me finish this and then we can go for today. We're at 45. Thank you for pointing that out, Gia. I guess I'm trying to say is that, like, finding a way, wandering around, come back to place I felt comfy coming to. Aww. I chose to stream because I like gaming and technology and science. That's kind of my whole, if I had a quote unquote brand. I don't really consider it a brand, but I guess that would be my thing. And one of the things I want to do is build community because I know, I guess to me, it's a love letter to just loving people as much as I like have been hurt so badly by people. And I think it shows up in my career too, or just stuff I do outside of stream, where a lot of it comes down to wanting to be there for people, and just having fun, and like meeting the people I've met, like BB, Semi, Gia, Ella, a lot of people. Like it reminds me of why, like, going forward in life, you never know who you're gonna meet, and I'm just, if I can give that back to somebody, like I say that's enough for me. And so even celebrating people's birthdays, like it's really cool to think about. Like my free company is a year old now, and like I said during the streams ago about the Twitch recap, like I can tell through my interactions that like it's cool seeing like the cross pollination of communities and people who I've met in this ecosystem. So and to people who are going through it in terms of stuff, like I'm just going through it in terms of like backdrop shit, which is annoying. I'm still gonna be going through it next year a little bit. But for those of you who have been impacted in this way with people, I'm so sorry. Genuinely speaking. Yeah, like it's really cool, and I genuinely believe like communities are a reflection of people. So if you have a really awesome thing going on for you, no matter what you're doing, that just speaks volumes of who you are as a person. And I'm always going to believe that. So. And please grieve. It's okay to grieve what's happened to you. I wouldn't be fresh-faced for what I'm going to do next year if I didn't process the pain of it all. Even though it feels uncomfortable, but I don't bypass my emotions. I sit with them. Even if that means I'm going to be a crying mess like I am today in that other stream. So. Damn it. I'm going to finish this and then we're going to wrap up stream because game time. Hi, Ty. I'm going to finish this quick. Are we playing Repo first or Backrooms? What are we doing? Actually, no, we're doing Repo. We're doing Repo. I'm saving Backrooms for another occasion. Shit. We can do Repo. It's your birthday, Ty. So I'm going to let you pick. That's how it works in my world. If it's your birthday, Flo, you get to pick what we do. Welcome back from the ads. It's your birthday, so we get to do what you want to do. Yeah, Jinx, we won't be streaming today. But we will tomorrow. Even though I know folks want to watch me yell. So, but per today's things, we will not be streaming it. No, I don't betray my friends in repo. That's not what I do. They're usually saving me. I'm the one who's fucking dying the entire time, respectfully. Yeah, there will be a lot of repo tomorrow. Like I'm streaming right now to yeah, I don't know. Usually they're saving my ass. And that's exactly. Ella's the one from my Pinecone team who genuinely is like, that's that Capricorn. I appreciate Ella because, like, Gia and Ty are really good too. But, like, my ass, I'm not getting this saved. I'm getting this killed. I keep telling people I love that I'm like, I'm going to get us killed in horror games. And they're like, nah. I'm like, listen. You say that. And that too, putting us in traps and shit. Oh my god. But yes, unfortunately I will not be streaming it today, but I will be streaming tomorrow. Also comment to what your update is. If you want to do a VC about it too, I'm happy to talk to you. I didn't know you were going through so much, friend. I'm so sorry. I feel like I have not been able to hear you. No worries, Takashi. Please enjoy D&D. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for the kind words. So. We'll see you around sometime soon. No worries. It didn't have to be today, comment. I'm saying if you want to talk about it. If you would like, what I'm offering is that if you would like to reach out to me about it, you can. I mean, we've been friends for almost 2 years now. So respectfully, if you want to talk to me about it, you can. But if you don't want to, you just want to send me a DM about it. You know, I'm long-winded, so I'd be down. But you and me have a friendship, so you can always DM me. I genuinely mean it. I know you're saying, because you've said this the last few streams, where you don't feel like you can bother people. Please don't feel like that with me. Like, there's certain people, like, okay. I'm the type of person where, like, obviously I'm a slow burn, so, yeah. But you've known me for 2 years, so at this point. Okay, I'm going to go pee and grab a cold water, and I'll be ready. Okay. Yeah. Like, you've known me for 2 years. We've been friends for a while. So please don't feel like you can't talk to me. The people who know they can talk to me can talk to me. Y'all know who you are at this point. I think that's pretty clear. And outside of me too, like, I genuinely hope people can meet other people and get to know folks and build those relationships. Like, that means a lot. Like, even if I'm not involved, please don't feel like I'm gonna feel bad. Like, if you vibe with somebody, vibe with them. I've met people through other people. It's a thing. So yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Takashi, I got you. I appreciate you. Yeah. I'll probably round up rivals people, because I know some of us want to do comp together next year. And everything else. As somebody who's been scapegoated a lot, though, I send a lot of love to people. It doesn't feel good, and it sucks. And I've been there. I love people, but I've seen how bad human emotions, because we're all capable of harm, can do really harmful things to people. And at times has made me very, like, withdraw. I know, like, a lot of it when I was much younger, it would make me just kind of be like, you know what, I'm just gonna go. So I would move myself for the equation a lot. I'm much older now, so I'm not, like, I don't do that anymore. And it was never a thing where like I wouldn't talk to people. It was more like I was just very much like I didn't expect anything from anybody, which is not like I learned how to take care of myself early, but I always still try to keep a faith about meeting people who were decent, even if it took a very long time. So, and in some instances it did. So a lot of the stuff I had to do was on my own. And because like I've said before, I've had a lot of life experiences that a lot of people my age didn't. So it felt very lonely. But I think through learning that so young and being older now, it doesn't. That's why, again, you can't shame me. I do get self-conscious and nervous, but like it's not something to where I still won't like at least do things and try and live my life. And if I can make it easier for somebody else, as like I've said, the conversations I've had with people and everything, I will. And I think I'm still learning how to be kind to myself. I'm gonna head off. Gonna get ready for Tekken tournament. Bye, everyone. Have a blessed day. Bye, Susuno. Thanks for stopping by, and good luck in the tournament. Kick ass. You got this. I think I'm just in a point in my life where I need to be a bit softer and it's not so rigid on how it's supposed to look. So, thank you. I appreciate the kindness. I'm a very like just say. I feel like it's a joke, but my aunt. She's not actually my aunt, but she's like an aunt to me, not by blood, but by like relation, because she's my mom's best friend. She always tells me like you've always been thoughtful your entire life, and I agree. I feel like I have like a sage like personality, even though I'm so small, which is so funny to me. Which, like I said, I'm still gonna try to help people and do what I gotta do, but sometimes I'm just a little too hard on myself, and I need to give myself more breaks and let myself be pampered and not cry. But I cry too easily. Wait, no. I'm trying to finish up this puzzle because I have to get ready to yell in repo. The fuck? Wait, there's 3 pieces. Sorry, I was like, wait a minute. There we go. I think this is done. Right? Wait a minute. Oh! Wait. Oh, there's 2 sides. Whoops. Ay, Dios mío. Okay. We did it. The little bee is so cute. Okay. All right, we're going to pause it here. Let me just see. Let me just save it here. So next time when we do UMAMI, we'll do this puzzle. I wanted to do 2, but we don't have time for that today. Like I said, the stream was meant to be short, so. I think when Jazz told me there are 15 puzzles. I want to say at the pace we're going, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 puzzles left. So we're halfway through the game. I'll try to get through 1 to 2 puzzles per co-working and chill games before we finish this, because I do want to wrap this game up so that way folks can check it out themselves. And again, I do want to start cleaning out my queue of games I do want to finish, because we plan to finish all the games I play on stream, even if they are backlogged, like Final Fantasy X, for example. But for now, we're gonna get ready to raid out. So let me close up today. Y'all make me cry. I need to get water. It didn't help. There's birthdays celebrated and then like Secret Santa stuff. And then I've got to spend time with people this week that I love and care about. And it makes me happy when I'm going through shit sometimes. Well, not sometimes it makes me happy. It makes me happy to be able to spend time with people. Because I've been through some stuff and that's made the world of difference for me. All right. we will switch it over to just chatting, and then we're gonna get ready to raid out the Toko tabletop. All right, well, thank you all for joining me, whether you're watching morning, afternoon, evening, lurking, or watching the VOD. I will be around. I'm a big old softie. Like, don't nobody tell you. I'm a lover girl, and I'm shoujo coded as shit. So the reason why I like that is because I guess the best way to describe it, which I get it. It's fine. I've been through some really rough things in life. So I choose to be whimsical and comfortable and kind and to pamper people because I know how it feels when people treat you like you don't exist, that you're unlovable, that you don't deserve anything, and being told, excuse me, it's like to go die, basically. And while I don't come across as somebody who's been through a lot of shit because I don't wear my trauma on my sleeves, it's why I'm very grounded within myself, even though I do have my things I still struggle with, and why I tell people I'm very community oriented. And that's why, like, at that Twitch recap stream, I did cry because a lot of people this year have really come through for me, and big and small ways and everything in between. And having people who choose to want to be with you means the world to me because I think, like Poppy and Paz said, I have been the type of person where when I first started streaming, I think it was kind of obvious to my friends. Like, I was going through some stuff. I had lost a lot of friends back then. So again, there's some cycles of me having things ripped from me and having to get used to just so much volatility. I think that has finally stopped because of just me making some realizations about being around people who want you to be small because they themselves are working through whatever they're going through, and sometimes people making assumptions because you look the way you do, or you weight lift and you got a fat ass now that people act like you think you're hot shit. I'm like, I think I'm sexy and amazing, and I still am human. So I still have my insecurities, I still have trauma. I'm still a person. I just happen to be hot, I guess. I don't know. Lots of people are hot and also traumatized. It's the way I could put it, but I don't mind being open about these things because it's not something to me that people can weaponize against me. It's more of just like, as long as people know that you can do whatever you need to do, that's the message I want my streams or just me to have. That's why, again, for my OGs like Paz, because I mentioned Paz a lot because Paz was one of the first people who found me on Twitter, because I remember having like 5 people. I remember, like, again, I was happy just having like a few people who want to be interested in kicking it. And then I started streaming, and then, you know, like every streamer will say, like, you just find your people, and that's just it. Says hot traumatized? Yes. Like, my thing about it is that, like, my trauma makes me sexier, because when I went through all the things I went through, I went hard in the gym and I got hot. That was the consequence. So, hey, I'm not saying you deserve to go through trauma, but use your pain for gains is my thing. That's why goody in the hoodie, hottie with a body, you know, goody in the hoodie. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I rock with my life. You know, I want to rock with you vibes, like Janet Jackson says. But I guess, like, people have told me because I sound very podcasty. As long as I can make somebody feel less alone, that's okay. Even if it's just my younger self, who I feel like a lot of the times just needed to be told it's going to be okay. Even if it doesn't feel okay, it will be okay in time. And even if people don't like you right now, there are people who are going to love you and who appreciate you. So take these lessons as something to help people help themselves, and not a savior complex type of way, but in a, like, if this can teach someone that they're not the only person who's been through this shit, and if they can learn that people love them and will love them, and you haven't met every single person who's capable of loving you, so don't settle. But also, like, if you see somebody who you really want to be with, whether that's romantically, platonically, or whatever, and you're like, let's do something, go do it. Because I also think that people sometimes, and this is social media, we don't have time to go on this tangent, but people do that thing where they're like, I'll find somebody better. I'm like, actually, you might not. If you let that person cook, they might be the perfect thing for you, the perfect group for you, the perfect friends for you. So, and I'd rather choose people who resonate with me and be unapologetic and, like, loving than to regret. Like, I guess the best way I can say is that, like, I'd rather love people and get to know them and risk getting my heart broken than to miss the shots I don't take. I think the beauty of being traumatized is that you don't have anything else to lose, so you might as well ball out, right? Maybe that's an Aries thing, but that's my thing. You're never gonna break my spirit. I'm still gonna try, and even if I fall flat on my fucking face and look goofy as shit, I'm still gonna try, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. I'm still gonna be around. I'm still gonna do my thing. So if that helps somebody else out, then I've done enough, and that's okay. That's all we can do sometimes, you know. But anyway, I'm outie, y'all. I gotta go. Just as a reminder, I'll be back tomorrow. It's games with friends in terms of things too. So I'm hoping to be back streaming around 5 o'clock. Of course, there's an ad after I do my Kingdom Hearts cornball. Good lord. I'm in a Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, Expedition 33, Animal Crossing mode right now. Which means I'm full of whimsy, cornballness, and corny like fucking lines. And of course, sitting in some of the people's streams, and you know who you are, have been influencing me to be able to think through these things and be comfortable. So, they know who they are, and they know I love them and thank them a lot for existing. But yeah, after ads, we're gonna raid out the Toko Tabletop. Right now, there's a campaign going on. So, we definitely want to go say hi to Dai and everybody who's doing things right now. It's a rerun of Hikabana and Kamen Rider Monogatari, which is the Kamen Rider folks, so you'll be able to catch an episode with them. I'll be lurking at other people's streams and in people's communities, of course, too. Thank you for all the subs. Thank you for everybody being so kind, as always. Oh, I forgot to give a shout out to one more person. Aura just had their 2D model debut for anybody who wants to go say hi. They're currently streaming right now for day 2. They're playing Final Fantasy 14, but they just had their debut yesterday. I did peek in and lurk and everything, but if you want to follow another dope creative who I appreciate, a dope black person, please go check out Aura. Welcome back from the ads. I was giving a shout out to Aura, along with the other folks I've shouted out today. They're also an amazing human being. I love and appreciate them a lot. They're super sweet, super kind, and they do a lot of really cool things in the streamer space. They just had their 2D model debut, so if you want to go check them out, you should. I do thoroughly appreciate them, like everybody else I've shouted out today, who I love and appreciate. So, yeah, sorry. I did not mean to do a philosophical rant, but I told y'all from October to February, as I am in my hibernation mode, I'm going to be reflecting a lot. And my body, I usually spend a lot of time during the lighter part of the year to reflect a lot. So I figured after the Twitch stream I did where I cried about how much I'm grateful for all of you, I knew I was going to do it again. So I'm not surprised at all. And thank you for all the love and support. I literally saw the fact that, like, I don't know how I got here. But I know it's because, like, it's an honor privilege to be in this space, as well as all the other, like, Lolitas I'm meeting, all the fashionistas, makeup people. I've just met so many amazing people this year, so it makes me nervous, but I'm really excited to keep getting to know people and spending time with them. And, you know, like I told people, come chase me, and people are like, we're chasing you down to hang out with you. I'm like, okay. And so I'm here. I'm in my soft girl where I've stopped. I don't think I was ever running away from people. I think it was one of those things of, like, you just settle in. And I think I'm getting settled into this version of me, which feels really good. So anyway, we're going to write at the Toko Tabletop. For those of you on YouTube, I will drop the username in a second. For those of you on Twitch, we can write out to the raid. It's a Hikabana rerun, so you'll be able to see the campaign. Tomorrow, I'll be back around 5 o'clock playing Repo and other games with Ty to celebrate Ty's birthday with everybody, too. And let me think. I'll catch up in the chat in a second. I'm reading the messages. I'm just thinking. I'm so sorry. We'll be back tomorrow. I will be streaming Repo and stuff with folks. On Monday, I'll be back probably for co-working. I will show y'all some of the stuff I got for Secret Santa and everything too. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I do want to do Sea of Stars and Final Fantasy Tactics, but I'm not even gonna be. I'm gonna be real with you. I probably might try Marvel Rivals on stream. But that's a hard me beat because my capture card's being goofy. So I do want to do a Marvel Rival stream though. I'm itching to do one. But if we don't do that, I do want to do more Final Fantasy 14. I do want to finish Endwalker. So I'll just say I'll be back probably tomorrow, Monday, and maybe Thursday next week. I don't know right now. We'll see. Yeah, I'm thinking Monday, Thursday, and Friday of next week. And then next Sunday, I'm hoping, finger crossed, that'll be the day I can do the Final Fantasy 14 stuff. But we'll keep people posted. Oh no, actually next week is Ella, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but it's your birthday, so I've got a lot of people doing birthday things, so I will be. Hey, once more to the song. Let's go to the birthday friends. Hey, let's go to the birthday friends. Wow, let's go for the birthday friends. Let's go for the birthday friends. I got a lot of friends who got birthdays coming up in the next couple of weeks. So I know some of them have plans with their partners, respectfully, of course, but I'm just the front. It's just like, hey, shout out to the birthday. Shout out to the birthday. Bow. So anyway. I'll probably be spending time on folks' streams and hanging out with them for their birthdays for the next couple of weeks. But I will be around, is what I'm trying to say. And then, of course, the holiday stream will be on the 30th, closer to New Year's. And then I will not be streaming on Christmas per se, and I might not be streaming a lot in the next few weeks because of the holidays. I'll be spending time with folks off stream. But I'll be around, probably in somebody's stream. So anyway. Whether you're watching me morning, afternoon, evening, lurking, or watching the bot, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm going to go scamper because I got to go yell and get my voice ready for repo. Are we... Hold on, I'm just like looking into details. Okay, bet. I'll drop in there in a second. Cool. All right. Okay. I've been having friend conversations a lot. This year was a lot behind the scenes. So. Like, everybody that I've been like going in their streams in all seriousness have been having the same type of conversations. I don't know if like my community or the people I like hang out on their streams have been mind syncing, but I feel like it's been a mind sync, some of these dialogues I've been having with people in their streams. It's so interesting to me. But it's probably because it's the end of the year, and I think everybody's in a reflective mode to a degree. So I think that's partly the reason why. I think like because we've been watching each other's streams, like everybody's been sinking in on a lot of the conversations about like a lot of these topics lately, which I don't mind like at all. I'm trying to speak to my own personal perspective of just like everything going on, which I'm trying to pull up people's folks I'm finna lurk on. And my big PSA, by the way, too, is that like, please treat your people nice. Don't be weird. Don't be weird. Like, do your own thing as a streamer. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable. That's what I'm saying. You don't got a DJ like me. I'm just goofy, so I just like doing shit. But I think like there's a difference between like actually being influenced by people and again the synergies with the similar conversation versus just straight up copying people. So don't do that. Like, be yourself. You don't have to be anybody but yourself to be a streamer or creative. Like, don't do that. If you get inspired by folks, like, give them shout outs, give them love, you know, do that type of thing. Like I mentioned, for example, like streams this week that I've been on, like I've been having these conversations anyway, with, of course, without mentioning the details, because when I'm in someone else's stream, I'm always going to be the type of person where I'm not going to mention details of specific things that were talked about, because that's that person's space, and I don't want to like talk about stuff that was mentioned in someone's stream. That's for anybody I know, like that's their space, and anything that's said to the streamer is for their community, and I'm just a part of their community in the ways that I am, whether I'm like really close with them or just like someone who just lurks in their stream, for example. But I really would say, in terms of this conversation about like stream teams and stuff like that, like please don't be weird. People be weird to me as somebody who's been a scientist, or people are, like I said, will be like, oh, you do this thing and I wanted to only talk to you for this. I'm like, then I'm not going to talk to you, because if you're going to be weird, I don't really want you to be near me and my friends who are not being weird. We just know each other because we ran across each other and just like to spend time together. So don't be weird. That's all. But anyway. This is the raid message. If you want to go follow over the Toku Tabletop. If you don't, it's totally fine. Do whatever you need to do. I'm going to scamper for some repo off stream. I never said you were red. I am more so referring to the fact that, unfortunately, as I've learned with some of the traumatizing experiences that I've had, like some people they do that thing where instead of like actually just focusing on people who like them, they're too busy trying to like cut down people who they find as competition. And don't get me wrong, I think healthy competition and like getting inspiration from people is, you know, is fine. But I think sometimes people take it too far, where it's like you're getting way too caught up on someone who just either doesn't want to spend time with you, and you're like hurting yourself, and that can be toxic in its own way. But there's also people who they have gone out of their way to destroy somebody's life, and I've seen that happen, and it comes out and it's so awful, because they're so busy spending time trying to be like, oh, I don't like this person, they need to go away, and so they'll go out of their way to destroy their life. I've had to stop people from doing that. Not that they were my friends, but like I've had to like literally check people and be like, hey, don't do that. That's so weird. That's what I mean by weird. Like, I've seen people do really insidious things in the name of like power and privilege, and I do not stand for that shit. And I'm the type of woman, like I've said before, like I've been on the other side of racism and of these things, which is why, again, I'm gonna get it off. I'm just trying to make sure I have my stuff set up for games that I'm about to go to. But I've been around people who have tried to destroy people in the way that it's so violent without being triggering, that it's led to people like potentially almost losing their life type vibes. And so I don't play around that type of stuff. And I know for me, dealing with racism and bigotry, like I don't play about that stuff because people have done really awful things to me. So I'm very much a champion of please take care of yourself and look out for people who are going to look out for you. Because in some of those instances in my life, it was the kindness of even a stranger who made a difference for me, honestly, being alive. And I mean that sincerely and truly, without like being so detailed where I could be triggering or anything like that on stream. So I think social media unfortunately exacerbates people's insecurity sometimes, or they get caught up when I'm just happy to be alive. And I'm gonna be honest with you, and it sounds very like minimal, bare minimal, but I am, because yeah. So I hope more people don't do weird things, but I think some people haven't had the privilege of like knowing that being alive is a privilege in itself. And when you have been, I guess the best way I could say is like when you've stared death in the face, it really makes you reevaluate some stuff very quickly. But anyway, no more dark lore. Y'all don't need to hear this from me. It's fine. I know I'm all sparkly, whimsical, and Sora-like, but there's where the, like the dark night comes out. But I swear I'm not like, I'm human, so I'm balanced. Anyway, there's a raid message if you're going over to Toku Tabletop. I did. Toku's also on Blue Sky and Twitter if you want to. Yeah, I can get dark. Darkness doesn't bother me. That's why, again, like, I don't play horror games, but I don't mind dark storylines. And what tends to happen sometimes with horror games is that I get interested in the genre because I've seen how bad stuff can get. So that's why I mentioned like Silent Hill F earlier and like the Silent Hill series, Resident Evil, because Resident Evil really plays off the motifs of like what happens when science goes too far and grief and trauma. And the Silent Hill series does a really good, does really good with like dealing with themes of grief and processing and things like that too. So I don't mind a dark story. So I think in order for me to be who I am, it's me being comfortable in the darkness and the shadows, because those things don't scare me. What scares me is being oblivious and thinking that I'm not capable of harm and that people aren't capable of being harmful and not doing the due diligence to actually be decent of a person and not do weird things. So sometimes we just make mistakes. Yes. Crawling in my skin. These wounds, they will not heal. Like that's... I've had my emo days. My MCR, My Chemical Romance, as... Shout out to Teen, everybody! Recently in terms of that, but like... People can tell you, along with singing like, you know... hold on, let me kick a freestyle for y'all. Tuned in. Not freestyle, actually freestyling on stream, but what is it? That line was like, talk about something y'all like, stop talking about me. Since y'all hate a bitch so much, the way broke bitches come from me, no, it's gotta be free. But I get paid when I show up. Like I think like genuinely, when you're comfortable with your shadows, it's easy to be a light for people and for yourself. That's the best way to describe it. When you've been on the other side of darkness, there is liberation. And that is why, as much as I would never wish this upon anybody, I am grateful for the lessons I've decided to take, the diamonds that I've cultivated within myself and who I am. So as long as I can do that, then I can say I lived a life worth living, even if I died tomorrow. So I know people are like, what do you mean you're so young? I'm like, yeah, but we don't know when it's our time to go. So it's my time to go. It's my time to go. But that's why I press. I get a lot of people press sometimes, and that's okay. Chilling out with Cedar, very unique take on. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm not scared of my shadows anymore. I think when I was younger, I used to be like, you often ask yourself like why you go through certain things, and sometimes there really isn't a reason why, you just do. But I realized I was in a lot of environments that were either not conducive to who I was, or there are people who just didn't like me, and I needed to accept that. And once I accepted that and liberated myself, it got easier. It gets easier to just be, as Echo said, it gets easier to be fucking chill and not be weird. So now, am I going to make mistakes and be self-depreciating sometimes, where like, well, not self-depreciating. It's more like, am I going to be harder on myself than I need to be? Yes. But my friends check me, which is why I'm still in technically timeout in my FC today. So there's that. Which, can I get a timeout, y'all? Am I still in timeout for what I said yesterday? Am I still in timeout? I want to leave. I have juice and a snack. I have juice and a snack, and I want to be liberated and free. But no, anyway. All right. Everybody is ready to go. So I am officially outie 5000. Thank you for freeing me from being in timeout for just saying what I said. But all right. Once we're back from the ads, we're going to get out. But as always, whether you watch me morning, afternoon, evening, whether you're lurking or watching the fat, thanks for being here. You don't owe me anything but your time. If you decide to give me some of your time, that's great. Even if you watch the VOD, because this will be up on YouTube after I'm done streaming. I'll be back tomorrow for more games and stuff for folks too, which will be streamed. We'll play Repo and some other things. I'll be back on Monday. I'll show y'all some of my new pins and stuff I'm going to reorganize now that I got my Secret Santa gifts. And we'll jam out. Or jam on it. Jam own it. Jam own and own it type thing. And then later this week, it'll probably be more RPGs because now that I've watched the Game Awards and talked to people that I love and appreciate, I'm more amped about playing RPGs again. Not that I wasn't, but, you know, I'm amped to move forward, even though I'm going to be so stressed out because a lot of them are going to make me cry. I'm playing too many games that are emotional, but they're so good. They're so good. I need to do it now before school starts. But other than that, thank you again to Red for the subs. Appreciate you. For those who got subs, please enjoy. Thanks for folks who are being here. Thanks for the stream streaks, y'all. I appreciate it. And I'll be lurking around on people's streams while I'm gaming tonight. For Scions and for Static Night, I'll be there probably after a while and everything. So just know I'll be probably floating around as I hang out on people's streams. For those of you who came back from the ads, I'm finna get ready to raid out. I did the wrong thing. Holy cannoli. I was about to do a shout out. But like I said, the raid message is in the chat. I know my LunaSnow emotes don't often work, so I'll drop it one more time for those of you who are going to ride over the Toku Tabletop. It's a rerun for Kamen Rider Monogatari, which, again, it's the last session for Kamen Rider until mid-January, where Kamen Rider will be back on Saturdays, we'll be back on Sundays. But for now, we're going to go raid over to them to go give Toku Tabletop some love. They're close to 100 followers, so if you want to go follow for the emotes and everything, please go ahead and do that. But for now, that's it. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching UMAMI. We're going to get ready to finish the game soon. I'm going to be playing games, saying happy birthday, doing stuff, but I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for listening to me yammer again. Shout out to Simi, to Opal, Aura, and everybody's communities, because, again, I know that's a continuation from a lot of the conversations I've been having with people I care and love, and it's on the top of my mind because I know I'm in my grieving process about a lot of stuff while I'm still moving forward in life. So I'm still your friendly neighborhood artsy scientist who's an optimistic person. I just need to be a boohoo crier right now and be around people who love and care about me so I don't overthink and do what I goofily do and stuff. Anyway, there's the raid. Again, may you be easy. May this weekend treat you kindly. May you be loved on. Please enjoy your holiday. If you're hanging out with people, I'll be back soon. Like I said, take care. Please be socially responsible. Please look out for your community. And, don't be weird. Or, I'm just going to say it, don't be an asshole. Like, you can be if you want to, but life's too short to be a dick all the time, But if you want to be petty, I'm here for a little bit of petty. And goofy. So it's always fun to be goofy and whimsical. But alrighty, like I said, I'll be lurking out and about. But until then, stay well. I'll be looking at other people's streams because I see quite a few mutuals and friends are doing their thing. So you'll always see me in somebody's stream, either talking about stuff or everything else. So, and of course, if I'm in people's streams in their concentric circles, sometimes like those conversations and dialogues that ironically are timed in a way where I'm like, they're talking about this when I'm thinking about this because it's the end of the year and I'm being in sad girl hours. Not sad girl hours, but I definitely need to give myself a vacation a little bit in terms of my brain, which is why I'm going to be going to the bookstore very soon. But anyway, alrighty, out. We're raiding out. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow for games. Bye-bye for now. Stay safe. Love